Hey, welcome back to Métropole Grid. My name is Andrej. Nanako was just on my lap, and I was seeing if she would join us for the whole stream. But no, as soon as you start talking, she's like, I know what this is. I'm on my way. Thanks for joining me, little friend. It's June 12th, 2025. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, me. Hopefully you're doing well on this Thursday evening. It's been a weird week. I'm doing okay with my chamomile tea. Naughty Gang Spiral. I don't even know what that means. How you doing? It's the grid, Brennan. No one can make it to locals, so I'm eating ice cream out of a tub with a spoon, wearing my best dress with my perm all ready to go. All dolled up and nowhere to go. I feel you. It's Thursday night energy. That's a mood. Hey, NB, how's it going? Dan Bishop. Hey, Jai, happy birthday. Hey, how's it going? It's good to drop in for the stream. I caught the games after on the VOD. They seemed like pretty, you know, cut and dry, straightforward games. I want to watch the replay review. I do think the first turn on your corp game was like worth talking about for 5-10 minutes. I'm glad you did. So that's really cool. Hey, Thanos, thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you, Davijan. Hey, how you doing? Supernaut, thanks as well. Sparks, is anyone here watching Sokka's Blink sub deck earlier today? No joke, was just watching it while the countdown was going. That deck looks really quite fun. It's kind of interesting how much Bling does actually work with a bunch of Seb stuff, because I didn't realize that with Bling, you can install the cards off of the Bling as if they were in your hand. So Seb actually fires off the Bling, which is kind of really cool. I definitely want to check it out. I know Sokka published a list too. It seems like definitely a high complexity deck, but also like a really fun deck. I do think if they ice up archives and HQ, you're not going to be able to like roll away. I think Sokka fired like every single privileged access without any sort of punishment to that, which is not a good thing. But I do think, yeah, that does look like a lot of fun. Hey, thank you. Hey, Transfer Jinxie, thank you. Hey, Lazy, thank you as well. Happy birthday, Andre. Hope your stomach isn't hurting you as much. Roshni, thanks. It's been weird. My stomach has been, okay, Andre's got update. Timestamp starts here. My stomach has been classically really bad. Usually not great. Like, it's not my best part. It's not my strongest feature. And then the last weekend, which my family was over, we were celebrating my birthday. We actually had to like cancel plans because I was in such a bad state. And it hasn't really gone away. It's been like 5-6 days. And it's like concerning because this is different than it usually is. And it's quite not good. So yesterday I like really started panicking because I just wanted to be careful about it. And then some of my symptoms were kind of overlapping with other symptoms that could be something more serious. So I actually ended up going to the hospital, which is something I've never done before. Luckily, I was like pretty stressed out about it. I don't like hospitals. I'm pretty squeamish. This will come up in this story, but I was like, F it. I think we have to go to the hospital to make sure that like there's not a problem with my like kidney or gallbladder or like other things, which you probably should deal with. And so we went. Turns out my health card is expired. We do have like you know, social healthcare here, so I don't have to pay for anything. But it's like, wait, your health card is expired, so like, what are you doing? So like, get that sorted out quickly, otherwise the bill will come through. And I sorted that out. That's fine. But they were really nice, and we were seen pretty quickly. We weren't waiting. They did some basic stuff. They had to take a blood test, and that was honestly the worst part of the whole procedure because I nearly passed the F out. I am super squeamish. I like have passed out basically before the dentist. Like I'm just bad. I'm just really bad. There's no way around it. And so when the blood is coming out, bless my partner Maddie's with me the whole time, being like, "You'll get through this," and I'm like green as a forest, just trying to hold on there. And then they give me an IV, which is like even worse because now there's something in me, and I'm like, "Oh, this is disgusting," and I'm carrying around the machine that is dripping into my arm. Anyways, the short of the long is they found out that there was no serious issues. My blood came back totally fine. There's definitely something with me, but not to the point that I'm like gonna die. So that's good. But yeah, yesterday was a bit of a mess, and so it's been like my stomach's been really bad. It's like affecting a lot of weird stuff. I just can't like sit down for too long. We'll see how the stream goes. I can't even like food. It's fine. I'll be okay. Welcome to your 40s. Yeah. I'm 24 today, so we'll figure it out. Happy birthday. Thank you, Michelle. Cheers for all your work. Thank you. Pretty sure there was like 20 clicks of installs and runs in one turn. It's tricky to keep archives iced against a deck on Crew Charm. Oh, for sure. I don't want to undersell it. I don't think, but like putting an ice on archives definitely does something, because like then you have to really figure out where to put your Banhar. You have to like it at least forces you to plan your turn a bit better, where it's like, oh, I need to be able to be ready to use my Crew Charm on archives and then my Banhar somewhere else. It's definitely worth something for sure. And also Fly Swat is really good. Hey, Andrej, how's it going? Happy birthday. Can we have a fab check-in later? Curious how's your finding high seas? Oh, so just as like a real, like very off the top, is I don't actually play Flesh and Blood. I generally like listen to podcasts and I'll watch like organized play, but I don't play because Classic Constructors is incredibly expensive. So I went to the pre-release. I didn't have a good time, which was unusual. Usually pre-release is a great time. I talked about that on, I think last Tuesday, probably on the stream, but I watched the Nationals this weekend was it this weekend? Yeah, a bit of this weekend. I caught up on the Nationals I forget where it was in America, that Majin Bay is always like a fun person to root for. But I'm not playing at all. I say High C seems interesting, that's for sure, but it's just like I can't play CC. It's way too much money. Hey Joel, how's it going? Happy birthday. Thank you, Justin. I'm excited for your brain to explode playing the deck. Yeah, me too. I'm really looking forward to it. It seems like a really high skill cap deck. No cybernetics for Andre. Glad you survived. Thank you. It really wasn't that bad. I'm hoping to make this replay stuff more regular. Overanalyzing specific board states is my guilty pleasure. It's really cool. I know that's something too that like I've done some replay reviews on this channel, specifically for players who are getting into the game to focus on fundamentals. There's definitely something to be said also about like higher level replay reviews where you can spend, there's games that you could talk about that are 20-minute games you could talk about for 2 hours for sure. Not every game, but some games. And I think that's absolutely fascinating. And it helps people get more out of this game, where I think there's a lot of like stuff left on the table in a lot of Netrunner games where people think like, oh, I didn't have a chance, or like, oh, that was the obvious play, and challenging that is always really fun. Glad you're healthy and happy B-Day. Thank you, NB. Jai, you got to crank the volume up on yourself. I think Soccer gave me that comment too. Jai be like, I didn't think Jai had audio, and then it would just turned it up a lot. So it's the kind of content I'm looking for as a newish player. Very cool. I got that. Might get a new mic. My PC background hum is real. Yeah, you got a room hum. I can't tell if it's your PC or like air conditioning or something, but you do have a hum. You can do stuff in post to like help with that hum. Even on like OBS side, but it's like, it's fine. Hey, SSJ Speedrunner, how's it going? Or Speed Racer, excuse me. Any tournaments coming up that you're planning to put out commentary videos for? The NPC Montreal vids from last year were fantastic for getting me back into the game after a long time away. Yeah, we're in a weird, awkward situation for that. I need to apologize, specifically to Diogen. We filmed the event that we ran. We ran what's it called? A district championship. And we ran it about a week and a half, 2-3 weeks maybe, before the big rotation. So that was like pre-elevation with all the FFG cards. You know that meta if you played for a bit. And the finals, I filmed 2 games. I don't think the finals was like really exciting in terms of like a viewing experience. I think it was maybe an exciting game for both of the players, but there was like 6 or 7 turns in a row where the runner's just clicking for credits because they're functionally locked out. And I think there's ways to edit around that where I probably should have put the effort in. But I didn't do it quick enough, and at this point it does seem kind of like bad content because it's of an old meta. I do think I'm going to share that with Diogen. He's asked for that footage because Diogen won the event, so that's like a cool thing to have. But I think it's also likely at some point in the future we'll put on that video and just like talk through it on a live stream as opposed to like spending all the time and effort doing the editing and all that sort of stuff on top of it. In terms of like local tournaments that have been filmed that I could do that sort of work on top of, we have our Continentals, which is going to be streamed, but that's in August. And because it's going to be streamed, I'm probably not going to do any of that stuff. Toronto Megacities, or is the beginning of August. That probably will have some filming if that goes the way that it did last year, which we did film, or we actually didn't film. Folks in Toronto filmed it, and we got the footage and we got to edit it up, which is great. I'm not sure if they're planning to stream it, whether we do the same thing. I think I've been slacking a bit where with the studio space, it'd be really nice to have like pad in and sit down and do some like replay, not replay analysis, not at all, but like gameplay that's edited that might be focused on something like the core product, like elevation and system gateway. I think there's a lot of stuff to do here. And I've been really underutilizing the space, which has been a bit of a pain. Like it's been painful to have to admit that to myself, but I appreciate the kind words. That stuff takes a lot of time, but I think it's like really important for the game, and seeing more like physical gameplay is really important to make the game accessible and to see like what organized play looks like and how like friendly and how, again, accessible things actually tend it to be, which is cool. So yeah, unfortunately there's nothing on the books so far. Most of the events locally are just like CTKs and stuff, and the last one we went to, a G&K, was at someone's kitchen, so not a super appropriate place to bring a camera. But maybe if there's a G&K or something, we can bring out the camera and just film some games more on the casual level than like tournament stuff. Happy birthday. Thank you, Seamer. How's it going? How's Thursday? Anywho, that's the update. I'm doing okay. Fine. It's been a week, that's for sure. But tonight we're going to have some good Netrunner, and it's some Nuvem. Yo, I want to be really honest. I didn't expect this. I actually enjoy Nuvem now. I think if there was a tournament that I had to play, I would bring a Nuvem deck, and I probably would bring this Nuvem deck, and I probably wouldn't make any changes. I've been grinding this deck a bit offline mostly, and I've been really liking it. It's felt smooth. It's felt like it has a good early game, mid game, and late game. You don't win everything. You don't win all the games. Sometimes you just lose. I've had some really frustrating matchups where it's like, oh, I don't think I had a chance, because there's not too much unfair. It just, you get a lot of money and your ice is pretty good. Barriers are really good right now. Logjam is also kind of like a messed up card right now. You do have the additional win conditions. I do like fast advance. You have nano and slash and burn. That seems to be good enough. Seamless is obviously the GOAT. And then of course you have measured response, and people just die to this. And I think this is what Jai said specifically, but like put something in the remote server and then somebody usually dies. And that's what happens. Sometimes it's you as a corporation, but usually it's the runner. So clipped. I've been really enjoying this deck. I want to be very clear. Like, I think it's a bit of a joke here to be a Nuvem crash out, but like even the last stream that we played this, I don't think we crashed out at all. I think it was very smooth. I don't know, maybe because this deck is not super ambitious. It's just like, yeah, the ice is good, the money is good, there's agendas, we have an alternate win condition, and that's it. And that's great. I don't know, I like it a lot. I'm definitely excited to play this. Finally, the conversion is complete. Hey Patrick, happy Earthbound Ranger shipping notification day. Wait, did you get one? Pat, thank you. I got the shipping notification that was shipping to warehouse like 2-3 days ago. I felt like maybe last week. I didn't get a notification that it's shipping to my door, but the shipping said it's shipped. And then you read down as like shipping to the warehouse. I'm like, that's useful information, I guess. Hey, Evelon, how's it going? Anyways, maybe I missed it. Maybe I should check. David, I've never found Netrunner less fun than I do right now. I don't fully agree. Well, okay, hold on. I can't fight your opinion. Of course I'm not trying to. I know last week I was in a bit of a mood, and I know I said like I had some complaints, and I think I was frustrated, and I was doing something that I feel like I'm frustrated with. The state of my stomach too is going to have some impact on how things are going. Like, I'll be clear, I can't be perfectly, level all the time. I think the meta right now, the competitive meta, is definitely not my favorite. I think I would love to see a change. I think there's some problems. I think the meta fresh into a massive rotation, there's obviously going to be huge problems, and it's going to be 1 or 2 ban lists from now before things are getting ironed out. I think the thing that I'm running into is that if I'm playing a runner currently on like jnet casual, and it's not a competitively like focused runner, if I'm doing some casual stuff, not playing like a really, honed deck, I find those games to be a bit of a struggle, because some of the corp stuff here feels a bit, as much as, runner meta and all that, the corp stuff does feel unfair, and it feels like you're struggling a lot of times if you just can't interact on basic angles, and like the Alcos and I really don't like Nebulas. Like, I do hear that. That being said, on the corp side, I feel like it's the total opposite, which is kind of weird. I think a lot of people, again, runner meta is being said. I think every corp faction has like 2 or 3 decks I'm excited to play. I think that side, surprisingly enough, as much as you'd assume this conversation was going to go in a different way, that is really interesting. But I do agree on the runner side. I'm not like super stoked to do many things. I generally just play like reg good stuff, and the games are good. Like, for what it's worth, as much as I shit on Oko, the games are good. Like, if you have a good deck into it, it's actually really fun Netrunner on both sides of the table, as much as it can sometimes make non-games and stuff like that. But yeah, there's definitely some pain points for sure. Deep dive, false lead, stuff like that I don't like, but that will get fixed. Sorry it's not working out for you. If that's the case, take a break for sure. This game will always be here if you want to take a break and come back. Like, that's healthy. It's definitely very healthy to be like, I don't like this right now. I'll come back another ban list. There's nothing wrong with that. Please, community, find the video where Andrej bashed Nuvem and put it with what he was just said. I wish I had video edition skills. Diogen, it's not find the video. It's find the series of videos. Find the 12 to 18 hours of footage where Andrej absolutely crashes out playing Nuvem. And the warehouse update with label created. Oh, okay, cool. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. What's the tea? What happened? Oh, I'm on some I'm on a chamomile tea. My stomach's been really, really bad. Yeah, I just something's wrong with me. I'll leave it at that. Glad to hear you've been having a good time off stream. Excited to see you play decks. You got some reps into already. Also, Patrick beat me too, and no notification for me. Yeah, I'm assuming they said June, July, so maybe it's about time. I'd be really excited. I was halfway through my second replay, my first solo playthrough of Earthborn, and I feel like I put it down for so long and I didn't do a good enough job note-taking. I don't know if there's like an Arkham Cards type app for Earthborn Rangers. I think I would appreciate it as much as like pen and paper also feels good with that game. But I forget where I am. And so I kind of want to finish another solo run before I get back. Hey, Stoid, I feel like Deep Dive has ruined a bunch of my Corp games in ways that can feel bad and warp stuff. Oh, 100%. Deep Dive is, I feel like so many Corps can't deal with Deep Dive. And it just happens to you. It's like, oh, your early game wasn't really fast. Okay, well, now you lose the late game 100% of the time. Oh, can you defend everything like absolute Fort Knox? No, sorry, you're going to get Deep Dive. Like, it doesn't feel earned. It feels pretty upsetting, especially when they do the double or triple Deep Dive. Kill Nebula has been the only thing that's felt out and feel bad to me. Yeah, Nebula, I don't know. That is going to be a problem forever, I think. Hey, Aries, good morning. Bane, hey, how you doing? I can't hate Nebula and makes Kakarembo stoke the Embers real. I haven't seen anyone do that combo. And it's like, I'm not surprised. I don't think you need to do the combo. Like, I think the really upsetting thing about Nebula is like, oh, turns out nano management is just like a totally fine thing to do because you could score out 4-2s and sometimes 5-3s. Like, you don't have to do any tricks. I thought it would be an interesting combo deck. And it's just like, no, just don't run. Something happens. Hey, Addison, I've honestly been finding core to be the most enjoyable to try out on casual decks. Yeah, I'm like in a weird spot where I want to make core content, but I haven't played a lot of core, so I can't be like, this is a good core deck, because I don't know. So I have to put the time in to like grind some core games to be like, oh, this is what a good Reg Crim looks like in core. Like the thing I want to answer is, how do you take the Zaya 101 deck and then welcome to Netrunner deck building 102? How do you change that Zaya deck to be a 102 Zaya deck with elevation? Or do you just make it into a Moosely Hot, which probably no, but you could. So I just don't know enough about the format to be like, how much do you have to worry about measured response? How much do you have to worry about any tag decks? So we'll figure it out. Arena runner meta or court meta? Data is all over. I think people feel like it is a runner meta. And I think Top Cuts do agree with that, but overall data at tournaments doesn't support that exactly. Did you listen to the AxuCast? I did, Jai. It was really nice. Jai was on the last AxuCast. These are coming out weekly, which is an absolute treat. I'll come back to talking about Axu because I have to mention Axu. But they've been really good. It's Brandon and Axu. Again, if you don't know about these, YouTube. I think a lot of times when you search YouTube Axu Netrunner, yeah, Summer Showdown comes up. But this is Axu and Brandon, the king, and Axu have been doing a podcast. It comes up every week. This one was a bit longer than the first week, and it had Jai talking about Jai's history with Netrunner, which is really fun to listen to. I enjoyed it. It was a good interview. And then you can watch finish Ascension 20 Slay the Spire, which all the cards have really silly names. But it's been good. It's been really, really good. Runner meta, like last meta, so forces corps to go weird. Yeah, we're really in the sort of orthogonal corp meta, as much as like people are kind of sliding back, where now there's a bunch of like scoring decks that are doing well. Again, maybe not the biggest data point, but like Wenjong, one with a very incredibly honest corp scoring deck. This Nuvem deck won the AMT just a couple weeks ago. That's a pretty honest scoring deck. Like, their scoring decks are doing all right. I do think a lot of the runners have now teched a bit more for orthogonal decks, and they're spending their slots on like don't die packages, and that does have some, you know, points away from Reg, but we'll figure it out. Ranger DB has a campaign tracker. Oh, I didn't know, Joe. Sick. That's really good. Hey, Condi, thank you. I can't get enough Marvel Champions right now, both playing solo and catching up on Crash Base. Yo, we'll see you tomorrow, maybe Roshnib. Let me know what you're playing. Hey, Gyro. Hey, Maddie. Everyone wish Andre happy birthday. Thanks, love. Maddie is off this weekend. This is a thing that just happens. There's always things going around this time of year, so it's like hard to settle down. We used to like go to E3. That was the thing. Maddie and I would be like, oh, it's your birthday. We're at E3. We're going to celebrate it later. And so we did a whole celebration thing last weekend. So it's just me and Aniko right now, and she's very happy. She's celebrating. Thank you, Gyro. We'll jump in. I think we already have this deck imported because we played it before on stream. I think we played it on Tuesday. Yeah, we've been doing well. We played already 7 games. I've been playing more off stream. I've been smurfing a bit. You probably know what my smurf is. I kind of already revealed it. Thank you, Evelyn. I am. Oops, that's not right. I am now 24. Let's go. Have a great stream. Thank you. Oh yeah, Pat was meant to join. Pat is in chat. It's Pat's birthday on Sunday, so if you catch him on Sunday, wish him well. Pat and I were only born a couple minutes apart, and a couple days and a couple years. But yeah, his birthday's on Sunday, so wish him well. He was meant to join. He's not feeling as great either, so we'll see him probably next week. 24, so young. None of that's true. Maybe it's obvious. Moosey Hot. Why is Hammer? Hey, LTG Ninja. Why is Hammer valued over Winchester? Both are good. Winchester's really good because it has good subs, good strength, and is a pretty bad face check. Hammer's also disgusting. Like, I've fired some really game-winning hammers. Almost all subroutines are good on most board states. Like, people usually have a resource or hardware. Also, if you're playing against anybody that doesn't have a killer, so cheating around this with Boomerang or Audrey or Botulus, like, its subroutines hit really, really hard. It's just a really good ice for the cost. It's not perfect. If you're playing against Revolver, you know, they still have to spend a lot of bullets, but it's quite a good card. It's just good. Winchester's also, like, you don't want too many of them because it, on its own, trace on R&D or remote server, you would do it every once in a while, but it's like, it's a bit of a positional ice. Hey, best of luck, have fun. Hey, thank you, Wenjong. Happy B-Day, Pat. You're 24? No, I'm not 24. It was a joke. I'm definitely not 24. All right, so we're playing against Moosey Hot. A lot of the criminals want to play run events to get good value. We can't stop all the run events here. We only have one ice. We're definitely going to ice up always against criminals. You want to ice up HQ first so you don't just get wrecked by a turn 1 transfer of wealth. As Nuvem, we want to play at least one operation a turn. I'm so used to playing the operation first click on the basis that I play Zwicky and you want to draw early in the turn, and I have to rewire my brain that that's not always necessary. Now, Petty Cash we could play. It's just a click for 4 credits, which is pretty good. Hedge Fund, though, is a click for 6 credits. But if we set up the Petty Cash, we can Petty Cash next turn. The thing is, like, I probably want to predict a planogram next turn to draw 3 cards because until we definitely need an ice, and we want to ice up R&D as well. So we could do, like, Petty Cash, draw, Ice HQ. That's fine. I think we'd rather just start with Hedge Fund. Like, Petty Cash is not the most important card. It's like a lot better in Nuvem. Generally the first Petty Cash I don't want to play. I think we just Hedge Fund here while we can. KPI, I guess we'll have to bin it. Can't feel too pressures about it. And so now we draw, which is a big curse, and then we ice up HQ. Okay. Not 100% sure. YouTube just recommended Andrej's Cipher video that looks like 14 in a good way. Yeah, I'm really young. I'm in college. I think I'm out of college. I can't tell. But I do look very, very young. Can't believe you're only 14. My brain was shut down if Andrej is 4 years younger than me. Compilation? Oh, they got a reprise. This could get an absolute blowout city. Imagine he steals an agenda here. Oh, okay, never mind. A reprise is HQ, sweeps, we lose in 1 turn. That's pretty bad. Debbie, cool. Makes sense. Getting younger by the minute. I think okay, that's good. So we can either ice up R&D or we can put the Anthill in the remote server. A bit of a risk. We haven't seen a lot of draw here, so we didn't see like a clean getaway. I think we could just start with the Petty Cash. I don't think we have to draw 3 predictive now. So if this finds an agenda, that's fine. We just can't be too precious about our ability, and we'll build a new remote server. We lose so hard to maintenance access, but let's not dwell on that. Show a maintenance access. Jailbreak. Okay, well, this also could be really bad. If we wanted to be a bit conservative because we know that he has a reprise, we might want to put the ice on R&D so we don't get blown out here. We got really, really blown out here. Best mustache I've seen on a 4-year-old. Does anyone know what PPME means? Without context, no. I don't know what that means. Love the way you talk about games. I wish my brain worked this way. It's just experience. A lot of it's just experience where it's like you don't sweat. You kind of understand what the reach of your opponent is. It comes in time. I've spent a lot of time talking about it for what it's worth. I've been making content and streaming now for, it feels like a decade. So that sort of stuff also just comes with time. Okay. So Penny Shaver, his money is bad. So it looks like all his money is going to be attached to running. We know that's in hand is a reprise and we don't want to get blown out to that. We're going to wait for a second ice on their remote server. I think double barriers on their remote server is going to be really good. I'm okay putting a descent on R&D. Our money's good here. We can petty cash. If it's an agenda in the bin, we can then fix it with descent if we need to. It's a hammer. That's fine. Like, look how good hammer is here. If we put a hammer on R&D, they run through it. They take a tag, they lose their console, and they lose their compilation. This is why you play hammer. It is just so absurdly good. That being said, I'm going to bin it. because it's 2 credits, but just so you know. And then here, we actually might want to go safe and put another ice on HQ, or it actually might be prudent to put an ice on archives so that when they're on Penny Shaver and we've iced up everything, they're kind of in a bad spot. I do think I'd rather have the tree line on R&D, but I think we're going to do this. This plays around maintenance axis, and this plays around any run event, which they largely need. Oh, well, hold on. Now I have to draw. I forgot we didn't have a click. You see how they went sad? Yeah, we draw first there. But that is exactly what you want from your opponent when they're playing a run-based criminal and you ice everything, especially when they're on 1 credit. Probably around a decade looking at YouTube says you have videos from 9 years ago. Yeah, I think we started in 2017, the summer of 2017, I want to say. Maybe 2016? Benjamin Button situation. I'll have to credit some nice ice all around. Yeah, so next turn now we can jam behind Logjam. If we draw Seamless, okay, they're just sending it. We know they have a transfer. This is good that we get this rezzed. Not that they're playing on Hermes and Reprise doesn't care, but a second ice on HQ will matter now because they can like boomerang transfer. And boomerang transfer with compilation we lose. So we could go a bit slower. Ideally, we get another ice to do ice on HQ, ice on remote server. It's 11 then. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people have been playing this game since the 1990s. All right, so Anthill Grods. Okay, so Hammer on HQ is fine. Logjam on the remote server is fine. We can install the off the books. On 0 credits, like he's not putting off a lot of threat. The only thing we get blown out by is like a boomerang into a reprise combo, and that's going to be bad. But I just want to make sure boomerang into compilation into transfer doesn't just ruin the game. So we'll put this on HQ. This also prevents boomerang. We can trash boomerangs, which is nice. We'll put this on server 1, and we'll just put the off the books in there. It actually might be more reasonable to score the basalt. We're not going to score this next turn. We have the option. So if we end up top decking a Seamless, we'll score this, but we might not have to. Second ice advance, we could. I think I'd rather play safe against our opponent because we know our opponent's on compilation reprise, and we get blown out by that. And I don't think we need to be blown out by that. We could go a bit faster. I just don't think we're incentivized to. Okay, so Kurapura is not threatening much on 0 credits. We have a lot of money, but our stuff costs stuff to res. I want a predictive here for Nuvem. I don't think we need a predictive for card draw. So if we play this as 5 credits and we lose a card in hand, that's not actually that good. So we could do like double advance. I think we're relatively safe on 0 credits on Debbie. This is going to be charged. This is going to be charged. Kurapura breaks us for like 4 credits, which is a lot of money. But if it's like, we know that, I'm pretty sure he's on overclock. I think we saw an overclock. No, I made that up. Okay, so he's not on overclock, obviously. Advanced mask R&D. Yeah, I guess we do mask R&D. I was thinking of just doing advanced credit. I think that's fine too. Stacking barriers is not too bad if we see, like, it's a bit worse if we see like the hardware, but this is fine. Is this that guy actually in the temple measured me on? Yeah. We've been playing a fair bit of this. This is really good. Stuff cost stuff. Andrej 2025. There's the chest. Okay, so now R&D actually does make sense, and so we can score this out. We can score out with another counter, and then we can use this to grab a Seamless. We can score out with 2 counters, and it's pretty disgusting. So we can immediately jam in above the law. I think we're going to just jam in above the law here, unless we think we have to predictive. Because we can score with 1 counter, play predictive, which is a 5 credit click, or we can go down to 13 and jam in above the law behind mask logjam. He might be on the one that costs us 3 more credits, so we have to spend 9-3. He has no money, though. I'll predictive. Fly Swatter is fine. So we'll score this. We'll use the ability. Having another counter on the off the books is probably better than the click that we spent, but we'll just put above the law on the remote server. This is really awkward because they know this is in the server. So they know if they can't really install like a very good value resource. Not that I imagine they have that many in the deck. Bravado's in hand. Okay. If you have a window to push either agenda, you should probably jam the basalt source. Me from last night. Yeah, that might be true. I think, yeah, that actually might have been better. Just advance the basalt here and grab a Seamless with this or something. Straight bravado. Okay, we're going straight into the remote server. So we definitely want to res one of these. The later we res, the more money they get. This will be 3 strength, but we get 2 credits back. I think we might as well just res this. Otherwise, we res the Maskarovka. He gets another credit, but we save a couple credits. I don't think the strength of the logjam is actually going to be that important. 3 strength is enough. This costs 5 to break. This also gets us out of hand, which is probably a bit better against compilation, knowing that there's still a reprise in there. All right, Debbie gets shot. Sorry, Debbie. But we don't threat. So we're going to see pressure on centrals. We're going to see a fair bit of pressure on centrals. I think on 6 credits, this hammer is going to hit really, really hard if he finds it. But we might run out of money. KVI is so damn good. It's like so much money. And then the install for the ice is really good. Okay. So we have to res a bunch of barriers. At some point, you do out Taxos. Any access here can be a reprise, but this Mascarovka will get broken for 2 credits and then this tree line holds. So we'll just get our ice resed. Borfte Nuvem, hey John. Yeah, I really did wish we pushed the basalt because if we have the basalt, we can like fast events out on a lot of lines. And now we have to score the basalt regardless. And now there's going to be Kurapira counters in action. So if you don't break all this, you don't get a Kurapira counter. Sometimes you're tempted to like not break the gain 2 credit subroutine. Looks like our opponent's considering not. Wow, he really needs to break this because the Kurapira counter is worth so much in this matchup against this logjam, let alone these like big barriers or mid-range barriers. This is decklist of the week, Lockmanos. I've been really enjoying this one. We do get blown out by reprieve. Oh, there's a finality in hand. Okay, so we need to get another ice on here. I really think you want to pay a credit for the Kurapira counter. Does he have money for this? He does. But if he does this, he can't reprise super easily. He'd have to like penny shaper reprise. Has no further. Do you want me to fire? Do I fire? No, okay. Okay, if an agenda stolen here, it gets pretty bad. It's quite bad. At least we don't have to worry about the reprise into SDS. So we'll see if you like penny shaver reprises. When playing a mix of Jais and Tuno's Nuvem, it's been a blast. Oh, I don't know Tuno published one. I don't know what the differences are, but I've been really enjoying it. Yeah, here's the reprise. So we'll see what gets blown up. This card's hard to play around. Oh, archives. Weird. I guess they're assuming that we iced up archives to stop stuff, but like that seems fine. That was the least impactful reprise target. Because like reprise, you can bounce res dice, right? You could bounce the logjam, you could bounce the tree lines. That was a not the reprise I was expecting. Runner's broke? Yeah, runner's super broke. We can do install advance. Probably just wins. If that's the case, we should KPI. Getting another ice there is totally fine. We know there's a finality, but there's no shot that's coming through. So we install this in server 1. We KPI for an advancement and an ice. This card's so good. So we'll install a piece of ice. We'll just put a descent. It's cheap. And we'll advance this, gaining some money. More like Binchester, and we'll advance. KPI is so good. It feels so smooth. Would have thought mostly I would only run Swift. I think there's a lot of different things you can run. I like, for what it's worth, I think Hermes is just still really quite good. Maintenance access? Yeah, we don't care about that. If they're opening for maintenance access, it's fine. Like generally HQ pressure doesn't make a lot of sense if the remote server is good. Been a long time since they couldn't decide on an agenda suite because there are too many good options. Oh, because the Wayland lists have different agenda suites. Yes, I do think Jai is like very much not eminent, and I kind of like, I'm with it. It's a lot of slots. And I don't feel like I'm missing the BOX. I feel like people do a good job breaking BOX in modern meta. Let's see if he can do it. He still needs to find a decoder, which is why we did this. I mean, like, Logjam is still 5 credits. This is still, like, at least 3 credits. And you can't chess on remotes, right? So we'd have to get blown up by, like, finality. Like, if you can do, like, run archives with a clean getaway finality, reprise remote server, that's what we lose to. It's asking a lot from our opponent. But our opponent does have, like, we just have to hope for the best. We could just lose to finality, I suppose. Shave Miss T is legit. Yeah, Shaver's good. Shaver's pretty good in the meta right now. I would argue some good stuff criminal would be fine playing Shaver over anything else. I don't think we even lose to that. Well, we don't win next turn, but we'll probably be okay in the long run because the top of our ND will be safe. Early today, I ran into Hoshiga with 3 pinhole threadings, which for some reason you mentioned maintenance reminded me of. I think pinhole threading is a super good card right now. 3 might be a bit much, but it's quite good. I felt like a couple matchups we played on Tuesday where we really felt not playing pinhole. All right, they only have 1 click, so we can't lose, really. Always have a backup plan. I still think we beat that. So how many times did Nuvem fire? I think we got like 10 credits for free. This is only like a 10 turn game. It's an 8-turn game. It's fine. It's totally good. I recall NA Sable from OTG was on Shaver. Not against, yeah. Why this archives run? Sad. Do the math, run archives. Yeah, that's a good game. Yeah, I think we might have wanted to push that out first. A good game. The Debbie is actually relevant. Like the Debbie does mean that Quark can actually like run centrals. Thanks for the game. I do think that Repeats could have done a lot more work against us. Opening up archives, right? Like maybe they assumed there was agendas in there, but the deck runs spin doctors, it runs descents. If there's agendas in there and we're in a bad spot, we'll deal with it. I do think we want to ice archives anyways against this deck. And we didn't see, we saw one clean getaway. So yeah. Again, if they're run based, if they're in Penny Shaver, making sure that the runs don't land, especially in the early to mid game, really suffocates them. Because a lot of these decks don't run a lot of money that's not run based, right? Like there's definitely sure gambles, I'm assuming. But you know what I mean? I lost 2 Fets to Pinhole. Yeah, that was the big card. That was doing it for me. If I don't have a way to deal with Fut early, I'm in a bad spot. And then he tilts. Not against Sable deck has some interesting decisions in it. Some of them I like a lot. I think we're gonna build a good stuff Sable after this. All right, 51 card Hoshiko. I feel like we played against Kid Cax on that same setup before. Hey, best of luck. All right, this hand. I don't love holding 5 points. Basalt Spire, if you don't play an operation, feels really bad when you lose it. Early above the law is good, especially if it can shank a Seb, but I don't like this hand. We don't have an obvious operation to play, so I'm just gonna mulligan. Against Hoshiko, Hoshiko's definitely gonna run turn 1, sometimes run turn 2. So if you can ice up centrals, that's a good spot, but often on turn 1, you want to get like a wall-to-wall or more realistically an Antil in the remote server. Parts of this hand are worse. If we draw 1 ice, we're fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So here we have to make a decision what we want to ice up. We can be aggressive and put the Antil behind the tree line, but like there's no shot that Hoshiko doesn't run HQ. Some people just run R&D because R&D is open and R&D is a fun slot machine, but like after we mulligan, you 100% run HQ. So I think we have to tree line HQ. So then we have the rest of the turn. We could petty cash. If we see an ice, we're still going to trash it and just not care. But we're definitely going to need some more money. I think we probably just hedge fund sooner than petty cash. I feel it's like this card is credits later, but we're not going to struggle to get credits later. I need to spend a lot of time thinking about this, right? Because if we petty cash now, we can petty cash on next turn. But we have no problem petty cashing or playing Nuvem on next turn because we can do hedge fund into petty cash. So I think if anything, we draw first. That's fine. Then we just do hedge fund ice HQ. It's a Maskarovka. That's a bummer. Goes into the bin. So actually, no, we shouldn't have drawn first. We should have hedge fund first, seen the top, then we would have drawn. Results oriented, we would have got the Maskarovka and we would have not drawn the pivot. So totally results oriented, but there's correct. Technically wrong. I do think if you're going to play the thing with Nuvem, you probably should do it on first click. Maybe 90% of the time. I've been jamming not against Sable, lots of fun. The lack of multi-axis has led to longer games, one clicking for Penny Shaper for 17. I don't think the lack of, I think you should play multi-axis. I think it just helps you close games. I think you're going to be fighting harder if you don't. Just random Gourmand. Cool. So they just did what we did, trashed a random card. I don't think the descent is like that important, that if you're not getting value off the Gourmand, I'm not scared of it. Again, really good now. You can't face check. Now we'll petty cash. KPI, I don't think we want to draw that. We'll draw once and we'll hammer R&D. They'll probably take a Hoshiko turn off here, but this is where like the hammer is so good. Probably put the mask on top then, good ice for next turn. You might be right. My idea is just random card is just almost as good. Like we have so many mask-like cards that I don't care. Oh my god, run to the hammer. Please run into the hammer. Sick. This is why you play hammer. Oops. Lose everything. Board state, wipe. Oh no, the board state's gone. If that answers your question, LTG, that's why. Card's really good. I don't know how Hoshiko's gonna break this. Like they just lost so much. All right, we'll just do Fly Swatter Antail. It's nice to have Fly Swatter in the innermost. Sometimes on the outermost it's good, but this means it'll always beat Botulus Rush. We'll petty cash here. Tree line, fine. So I think we do draw, and then we double install. We fire Nuvem every single turn. We're up, what is it, 6 credits? I was a hammer stonks believer before. Rotation seems even better. I do think people are good at breaking big sentries. Like, I do think criminals should be playing revolver. I don't know what everyone else does, but card's just absurd. Yeah, Ninja, there you go. Checking archives, okay, just keeps Hoshiko flip. They have no credits, so this is better than clicking for a credit. And we get our antil. We want to look for 2 ice. Why not push an agenda? I think we could. I'm okay getting for 2 ice here, because I don't want to just like straight lose to Botulus push or like ban her coming down. But I want to generally grind the antil slightly, so then we can set up the 2 ice and then push. I think we could have considered pushing for an agenda. I just don't want to push the above the law. And without a seamless, like off the books is a bit slower than we want. That I actually won't mill. That means they can run through the hammer, I guess. Hopefully they're not paying attention. We can shuffle our deck with pivot, which is kind of fun. We could advance the card. I'll just click for credit. And next turn, we'll push the above the law off the books. Ideally, ban her. Need to draw it now. I don't think they're going to run through the hammer. We definitely could have drawn it now and thrown out a pivot. I don't think they're going to run. If they run, so be it. Like, that's such a sick call. But then they take a tag. They lose their companions. They're stuck on digital side. Like, sometimes it's a bluff. Sometimes it's a nice. But yeah, it's important to keep in mind. All right, Simulchip is just Gourmands. T400. Jessica, how you doing? Okay. So we can petty cash for free. We could do install advance basalt, putting us on 5 cards in hand. That's kind of fine. Early basalt with this many measured is pretty good. I don't have a huge above the law targets. I'll push the early basalt. He's on 1 credit. Single Botulus doesn't bleed fly swatter, but you technically can like Botulus fly swatter into Simulchip Botulus, but then the tree line does something. Yeah, I don't think installing the Flendo was worth it. Like, I think a lot of people put this down because it looks like it's value, but we don't have that many trashables. This might just see herself out. Yeah, I like the otter. This Jai's list, yeah, Meteor, how's it going? Decklist of the week. Spin Doctor, more like Bin Doctor. How did I do the math wrong? Oh, because your hand size doesn't count the ghost card. Yeah, of course. We don't need to pivot with 2 measures, I don't think. So next turn, we'll probably just square out the basalt. I don't think we're going to do our ability. Okay. He's face checking. Just get the tree line for 3. Winchester there would have also been kind of bad. We would lose the Simulchip. So the face checks are ambitious. In my mind, if he had scored this 2 points, it would be pushing to 5. But yes, 5 credits poor, but 70 credits seems nice. I think we don't know what the host deck is doing. I think you can definitely push it. I don't think we have to. But I think being aggressive is totally fine. I just think our ice scales so well into the mid to late game that we don't have to be a total rush deck. Like, I wouldn't say it's super risky, but I don't think it's super necessary. Second hammer is good. I don't think we need the antil. I think the remote server is now just agendas. Because now if we top deck like a slash and burn or a nano management, we win in like 2 turns. Getting to 5 turns on the kill. Oh, for sure, for sure. I think he's paying for Fencer. Verbal. Slept terribly and had my Urban Shadows game today, so not great. Gonna go back and watch from the start of the game to catch up soon. See you in a bit, Jessica. Hopefully you're feeling better. Adore, we're on 2 virtuals. That's why Fencer was prioritized. You still break this for like 6 credits. Okay. I think we'll just shoot a thing. So liquidity is really bad. Botchers can beat this. I don't think we need to pre-advance this. Do we have anything to grab? No, not necessarily. Shoot the narwhal? I mean, just to send a message. You could even advance at 1x. Yeah, we probably could. If that's the case, though, we might draw first. And then ice. I really don't think we care about much. Yeah, pre-advance shows that's an agenda, but I don't think it changes anything. I think we just put the hammer there in pre-advance. I know we can't res all of this, but we won't have to. Yeah, this gets a turn back, so we can do advance jam. I'm just hoping that we find a slash and burn and nano. There's only 2 and 32. It actually might have been okay to grab the pivot and then pivot for the biotic. But that's also kind of wild. Ooh, isolation. Fencer's sewn out. Fencer was worth it. The amount of money spent for Fencer now comes back. Hammer seems unnecessary. I think it is unnecessary. This is just like cowardice. It actually might have been right just to grab the Descent or the Maskarovka with the Basalt. Oof. All right, no matter what happens, somebody will die. Do you shoot verbal? Yeah, for sure. They need to find answers, and that's how they find answers. No joke, the hammer. Whoa, I don't know why they're on this. Why are they on this? Is Rising Tide that bad? But yeah, for real. Like, the hammer. kind of mess the whole game up. Doesn't this cost? Oh, not 4 credits, 3 credits. I mean, that's not awful for tree line, I guess. Cool. Reprise. All right, good game. We could even KPI if we wanted to more money. Yeah, just kind of pushed in a remote server. I do think they wanted to put on early pressure, and I think they might need to set up a bit. I can't tell what the rig is. Thanks for the game. The rig probably looked interesting. Like, are they on Knick-Knack? They're playing this? Are you on Knick-Knack? I don't know why you play this. Is this actually ever worth it? It's 1 influence. Yeah, I lost. I don't know if they're running. I'm going to ask. You had the kill and you had the score. Yeah, the kill's not guaranteed because they probably have steel skins in hand, so we'll go for the score for sure. But we've seen no steel skins. In theory, measured and demeasured usually flatlines, unless they have 2 steel skins, and then you look kind of silly, so we're not going to take it. Oh, neat, neat, okay. How has Principia felt as a fractor? Way too many eyes. Just raw dogging it. I know. I think they are. Like, I would assume that Rising Tide shows up and then you play 3 of these, but that's Shaper. I just don't know what this breaks well. For what it's worth, like, this is the same cost as, in theory, except that you pay forfeit, but it's kind of the same cost to break this as Rising Tide. Actually, my last install on this deck with Taka has been neat. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd be really surprised if that's better than Rising Tide. There's no way. Thanks for the game. Yeah, paying 4 for that's a lot. Let's do another. If we had more money, we can also triple measured, which is like really, really fun. Oh, it's Jackmade. For those who don't know, Jackmade's a really strong European player. World's top 16 on Sable. Hey, how's it going? Jackmade's really nice. This is fine. We want to ice up against Sable. I don't think we'll commit to an Archives ice here, but I like that we can do predictive. We can do Winchester. Ideally, we draw like a hedge fund or a petty, but we'll do Winchester on HQ, probably Maskarovka on R&D. The difference here, the face check on the Maskarovka is a bit more favorable for us. Boomerang beats both of them. Just turned your stream to get a game with you. Oh, sick. Let's go. So Felix here knows what we're up to. This is the greatest opener. It's really good. I'm pretty happy playing predictive for 5 credits, but if we can have a hedge fund, we can have a hedge fund. Keep jam turn 1. I don't want to jam turn 1 against Sable. If Sable rolls a good mark and then has a clean getaway, like I think that 1 turn you take off there. Not that you still don't lose to face check on the remote server. I think it's worth respecting it. Don't lose an agenda here. Cool. So this goes on HQ. Sometimes you face check before installing things. That gets a bit awkward. So if you just like hard transfer, but if you hard transfer, we can trace our money away. We don't want to do that. And then I think we'll put this on R&D and then we'll build a remote server that you can't boomerang twice. Yeah, if she gets this Archives mark, that's fine. HQ is okay. But I just want to play around the mark for the first couple turns before it's just like straight pushing in a remote server. You can go a bit slower than you used to, it feels. You could ice Archives. If we had like a Descent, I would. This is a shit res, unfortunately. So we can't. I wonder if it was wrong to put that there. Yo, Wenagon, how's it going? Huh. I don't like resing this. This is very obvious that this is a Winchester and nothing else. This gets a click back. If we res it, I guess we're just going to res it. It keeps a click back. It keeps a credit back. I'll just fire the last one. Just firing last. You can't beat the trace. It's been kind of astounding to me how much better Logjam feels without Cleaver around. It's really good. Like, Logjam's absurd. It's unless someone hushes it, it's very good. Like 3 strength barriers are good. Why not have a 3rd subroutine? Like you don't have to even juice the Logjam. A lot of times you res it for 4, which is like kind of market rate. Like sick. So boomerang into transfer kind of messes the game up. We could do tree line anthill. It's a bit aggressive. If he face checks it with a boomerang or bad. Yeah, I think you don't have to go for high Logjams. I kind of want to respect HQ so we don't just get boomeranged into oblivion. But we need to get the anthill going. So we could just do like credit tree line anthill. If a transfer goes through, HQ mark be damned. We go down to 4. We can still res a tree line. I don't know. This is a bit more risky than I'd be comfortable with. I'd actually be fine icing HQ. This is like the obvious play, I think. And I'm not saying that like derogatory, but like I think this is the straightforward play. But I do think there's something to be said about like double icing HQ so we don't get boomerang transferred. But I don't know if we have to respect that. I'm not sure if Jack made mulled. Looks like he was trying to see what's on HQ. Okay. Blown out. Read logjam in my Oko, so good. Jesus, C-bag. It's too influence too. It's like kind of splashable. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. I think we should have double ice HQ. I probably should trust myself a bit more, but this is what really messes the game up. Luckily, we'll still be able to res the tree line, but we'll just fire the last one. Just the last one. Yeah, I probably should ice HQ. I need to listen to myself a bit. Res Anthill? I don't think we do res Anthill. Because I need to protect the Anthill. If we res Anthill, well, he doesn't have money, but he has money. I don't want to res Anthill. I want to keep the Anthill. Because if we res Anthill, we can't protect the Anthill. Yeah, we don't do it now. Because he has money. Denying him money doesn't matter. We just need the Anthill to survive. So now if he runs this, we can res the tree line. Yeah. We get blown out by, what's it called? Pinel. Okay. So we can't res this anymore. Good that he face checked. So we probably need a spin doctor. This is the only economy play that we can play on low credits. And as soon as we just like click for 3, we get transferred again, which is a nightmare. We really need to ice HQ. I think the game is messed up. I should have trusted myself. We need to ice HQ so we don't get ruined to transfer. Cheap ice, we can't get a lot. Credit spin, it's really bad into transfer. At least then, no, actually it's not the worst because we can duck the Anthill. If that's the case, I'd rather just triple credit. Yeah, you're right. We can Anthill duck. I think we just triple credit here. The spin on the table doesn't do much. It actually is a liability if he runs a spin that runs HQ. The predictive would be good. I don't know how many we have in the deck. I think 2? Oh, just 1. Yeah, that tracks. Archives mark? Uh-oh. We Anthill deck, it's not bad. A pinhole gets really, really bad here. I don't know if Jackmate wants to go full tag float. He acts as a logjam, right? Yeah. Should have bought Rashida SMH. Yeah, do that. He has a lot of money and a lot of options. This is, again, why you need to really shut down early Sable. Like, pushing the remote server was, like, I think, a bit too much. I think we should have done tree line on HQ. And then we don't have to worry about this mess. Logjam on the remote server is still, as long as we can res it for 4, it's not that much worse than tree line. Getting your upgrades also huge. This deck only has 2 upgrades. But getting one into the bin is really, really nice. I really enjoy the Mavirus in this list. As inconsistent as 1 in 54 is, it is good. It is really good. Don't look at his credit total. Either of us don't look at him. It's just drawing. I wonder if he's just trying to rip boomerang. Getaway archives, blowout, pretty bad. Yeah, I feel like a lot of air issues are going to be because of this transfer. Maybe I'm overselling it. Oof, that's bad. Okay, so 2 clean getaways are out. We're starting to charge the Kurapira. This still does cost 4. Plus 1 is 5, but we make 3 back. Yeah, this is really, really bad. Hopefully the log jams will outscale him, as long as we don't flood up, and at least we have a spin doctor too. But we really need to fire Nuvem this turn, I think. Now with the Kurapira, he can't just like full send the Winchester, which at least that's kind of good for us. Mutual favor. Looks like we're going to get a, I imagine, a revolver or just a Carmen. That's fine. This is still pretty expensive. KPI. I think we have to KPI the logjam on HQ. Do you start with spin first? I think we do KPI draw, or do we do KPI credits? So either we can make this a 3 credit econ card or 1 credit econ card. I think we do KPI logjam credits. More like bin doctor. I'll give that a shot. Remember the Scry play from last game? Yeah. It gets a bit more awkward also when you play KPI because you can draw a card, shuffle a card, and then that card can show up on the top. And it's really annoying. I'm also used to Wiki where you like interrupt halfway through the KPI. You have to resolve the whole KPI. All right, so he spent a lot of money. He does have breakers, but the Kurapira actually isn't that good. Like spending 4 every time to run the remote server is a lot. This logjam now has 3. So it becomes a 4 strength logjam. That's also very good. Ches is going to really change the game, or an info bounty means we really have to ice up archives to info bounty. Gotta run for the night. Good luck for the rest of the way. Thank you, Gyro. Enjoy the rest of your evening, huh? Thanks for dropping by. Hanging out in chat. He's tagged. It's not relevant. Hermes, okay. Not great. All right, so we'll spin. Okay. It's annoying. We might not do much with this. We might just like hammer archives, hammer R&D. Hammer's good into Carmen. Probably have to break for 3 to 5 credits. I don't want this on the remote server, I don't think. So I think we just do draw to find an operation. Ooh. Top deck 1 slash and burn 1 time. So I'll put this on archives. Our hand is getting really bad. I think we just click for a credit and say that this holds. I don't want to install second ice into Hermes, because one of us is going to bounce it. But I want to make sure we're not getting free marks. Okay, HQ's the mark. If he gets a sure gamble, I think we're unhappy. We still have 2 bravados, 2 transfers, 2 gambles. Nice. 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 Slash and burn. Seamless. Okay. So we can do hammer tree line on the remote server. If you just full send it, hammer doesn't beat it all the time. I think we have to draw for an operation. Scoring the SDS is actually probably the play we need to do. I think we just need to put this in a remote server. So I think we do install SDS, install hammer. And then no matter what happens with the drone, we're pretty happy. A lot of these decks are actually running 2 of every breaker. But unless a Chesva comes down, that feels pretty good to us. Yeah. Have you seen more Reg Sable instead of D-Dab? Me too. I actually think it might be more potent. It's more fun to play too. It's just like better Netrunner. Not value neutral statement. We can score this next turn. I imagine this looks less like an agenda and more like an antil. It'll be on 6 credits or 5. This will open up R&D, but if we shut down the curve here, I think we're in a good spot. We can do double seamless. So scoring out the agenda cost us like what? A credit? You don't lose D-dive to coin flips? You mean from damage? It's just way less frustrating. Like you have to touch cards. It could be on 1. You do want to count influence. Like you could always be on 1, but so far this is actually the first influence we saw. We have to be worried about it being a deep dive deck. Okay, we res the hammer. It's very expensive. We can't score it. I don't think we res it. He has to break it for functionally 4. Yeah, we need to keep our money for the remote server. He might challenge the remote. 3 credits for 5-3 feels good. Oh, it's less than 3 credits. Because we had 2 credits back when we play this, right? So it's 1 credit. Because of Nuvem. Yeah, I think we're just saying whatever happens to the SDS, we're relatively happy. There's some truth to it. Okay, now this forks a bit. We can still score out, but now he can decide on 2 credits. He might not have to go through this. Return from rewatching my game. Welcome back. I don't associate Condi your handle with your name. That's KitKax? No. You were the Muesli Hot, right? So if you want to break this, it's 2 for strength and then subroutines. The last one doesn't matter. The first one's annoying. The second one's important. But this, I think, drops Jack to have not enough money for the tree line. The hammer was not my favorite face check, but trying to work. Okay, yeah, that's Ushiko. So now we bounce. I don't know if he comes back, and we can still trash the Kurapira on 2 credits, which is kind of messed up. Worst case scenario is you run R&D here and bounce the SDS. Yeah, you were the host, excuse me. Yeah, hammer was messed up. Hammer's really, really messed up. Kick out has been my childhood nickname. Got it. Hey, Saga, good to catch you. My chat was talking about you earlier, saying that you would enjoy the Blink sub. I know you mentioned you had plans for the stream, so don't let me derail your plans. Yeah, we actually talked about it a bit earlier. I was just watching the stream during the countdown. I think that game made it look a lot of fun. I know you published a list. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm always watching your VODs of the games. Okay, don't get blown out here. I think I definitely will play it. It probably will be on Tuesday where we have a bit more time to stretch. Okay, we're good. Missing Atman 4. Oh my god. Don't make me advance by tree line. Okay, chat. Let's destroy it. Spin Doctor, more like Bin Doctor. More like that stays there. Like R&D is going to be open anyways. We could have considered trashing it. We're on 1 credit. I do think the game showed that Seb in the best light and the average game with the deck will be a lot more. Oh, 100%. I think you're going to end up in really awkward board states. Okay, glad that R&D is not open, that we can res it. For sure. I think the fact that you got all your practices for free helps a heck of a lot too. But I totally missed that you could bling with Seb. Like, I didn't think Seb could access the bling cards, but of course he can because it's from hand. But then I was like, okay, wait, this opens it. Because the clumsiness with bling is that you don't have the click compression to install them. But the fact that like you can clicklessly take the tag off of what's it called? Off the Ajuaceros crew and then get that card onto the table is like super sick. Oh, sick. Oh no, this is Archives Mark. We're gonna get punished hard. Tried on elevation release and couldn't get it working. The version that Sock is playing, the game looked really good, but I do think that was a high game. I just think it probably looks fun. All right, this is a basalt. So we lose an ice, but we get back KPI. Are you out of spins? No, we got one more because we shuffled one back. We could have grabbed the spin actually, but I think we should have grabbed the spin back now. So we're not on threat. We have massive problems. Jackmate might not have another barrier breaker, but Boomerang still beats this. So we're in a bad spot. This is too expensive for where we put it. Compilation is going to show up, and Winchester's the one server you can run. So it actually might make more sense to put above the law on the remote server. Jack's going to be on 9 credits next turn. Probably has a Boomerang by now. We're assuming 2 in the list. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think we're just going to start here with gain 2 and install. We also could do the shuffle, but I like the cards in the hand a bit better. I guess we could lose this single compilation. Nah, let's click compress. Fine. Transfer really cooks us though. So maybe we have to do, I think we did that wrong, but now we saw the card. I think we should have put this ice on HQ. We should put a fly swatter on HQ, the mask on R&D, and this in server 1. I think we messed up, but the problem is I saw the card that I trashed, but it actually saves a credit to put the ice here. Shit. Yeah, that cost us a credit. It's actually pretty bad. It would have been much better that we had the information. We'd have fly swatter here. We'd mask here. We'd be up another credit because this actually cost us a credit. Yeah, we're just going to have to live in that fate. Feels bad. Yeah, we could just lose the cup. At least here we're splitting it up. We can go OTB counter to nano. Ideally, that's how we win. Exactly, yeah. I'm on 54, 20 points. I wanted to brew Bling Ari, but I'm not excited about the Trojans right now. Yeah, you and I both. For what it's worth, Bling does work really well in a DZ world. It's kind of cool. And the fact that you can fire Bling on your opponent's turn is actually pretty slick. Yeah, having another credit here seems important. Because if the mask fires will be on 2, that's like barely enough, but we can't score out. If we were on 3, we could score out above the law. We don't have massive targets here. Problem is if we score this above the law, we like are in 0, and then this install seems really silly. But we'll see if Jackmate's on double breakers or not. I don't think everyone's doing it. I've played Sable with double breakers. Even then, like, it's not like your crew are running this sucks, so you probably just boomerang it. I know you mentioned Knickknack. Would Knickknack with the Rising Tide and Principia be good, or better just put a shaper at this point? I'm not a big Knickknack enjoyer in general. I just thought if you're playing Principia, that's usually the card you see with it. I wouldn't splash Principia. I don't think it's a really good card, and it's very expensive. I feel like its numbers are never better than Rising Tide. It has the same numbers as Rising Tide, but like strictly worse. Oh, it does come into 2 strength, but if you just play 2 Rising Tides, you're kind of there. I just feel like it falls on a camp unless you're playing Knickknack. No reason to play it, but I would not splash Knickknack. Chiron, I always forget the stream is such a nice treat. Well, welcome. Stall an info bounty. Will we go down to 0 credits to bounce an info bounty? I'm not above it. I'm in fact above the law. I hate this play. At least your hand will be full. Here's a blink deck I was working on. Sorry, Bane, it ate your link. It always does. So at least we can't get transferred here. And so we top deck, we're 1 credit short of top deck slash and burn, as much as like pray for 1 and 33 works for streamers sometimes. Lose to deep dive. Cups of Predictive. No! I want that card. We need that so bad. 2 credit Biotic. Oh, no. No shot. This is Deep Dive. I'm going to tilt out. Logjam. Off the books. Okay. Gotta bounce Ice. Opening up Archives. Doesn't matter when 0 credits. Ah, fuck off. God. Just the worst. Cool. I just feel powerless. Like, I can't stop that from happening on this turn. I was hoping that wasn't there. It's hard to do influence check. We know that he's on not 3, so he's on at least 1, maybe 2. But just like, it never feels good. But having a good time with Divest the Trust's Deep Dive tech, oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't think I can actually claw it back here. But yeah, Deep Dive just gets me. I think you're okay. You're not on another? Yeah, maybe we could have just slowed down and assumed no Fractor would be a problem. Because it does look like Jackmate was sweating a bit more than we thought. So if we could like have the credits to res the Maskarovka. I wonder if maybe we shouldn't have scored the agenda. We should have just got the Maskarovka up on R&D and locked that out. But I think like a Boomerang gets in. Alright, cool. Yeah, so he is on 2 breakers. Yeah, that tracks. I think a lot of criminals are. And I think it feels good. You don't just lose to like random damage. And there's a fair bit of random damage in the format. Yeah, looking at the deck doesn't really do anything because it's shuffled. But like, I don't know what it meant to do. Even if we could res all this ice, it happens. Like, it just happens. Going down to 0 credits was the challenge there. I know, we definitely shouldn't have done that. Well, okay, hold on. I don't think we shouldn't have done that. I think we made a pretty big mistake into the transfer in the early game, and that snowballed out of control a bit. But I think we could have left the card in the remote server and then assumed like maybe on 3 credits. Like, what do you think it is? An upgrade? Because if it was anything else, we would have scored it out. Hey, good to hear. Oh, my stomach's really feeling bad. Thanks for the game, eh? I don't know. I just don't feel like I have the tools to deal with this thing. I'm assuming he's on 2. All right, we'll do one more. It's the sort of thing is like where I think I'm playing a scrappy game and then suddenly it's, oh yeah, never mind. We're going to see 8 cards this turn. Okay. If you didn't steal from HQ there, actually, I think we're fine. It was the compilation. So it was like, how many cards were in HQ? 5? Because of the, so 40% of the time there we survive, I guess. Hey, Jack made good game. I tilt out against Deep Dive moderately. It's been a struggle. It's not a good look. I did not see, I thought you wouldn't be on it. We didn't see enough influence. Maybe I should have seen it coming, but I don't feel like I could do much against it. All right, Moosey Hot. This hand is 6 points. I don't like it. Hey. Usually I'm not on it. Yeah, I guess you're not usually, are you? Okay, we have to mulligan this again against Moosey Hot. We just want to ice up centrals. Make sure the run events don't happen. This is fine. Early Winchester's a bit ugly. I'll be honest. Moderate deep dive because I only play 2. All right. All right, not a deep dive deck. We can just put Descent on R&D. That's fine. We can actually use Descent to fix our hand, which I'm not super happy to do that. Spin Doctor now follows that role. So we have to figure out what we want to do here. We definitely do double ice. If we do double ice Spin Doctor, that's also okay. We can't res both these ice. Not that we usually have to. If we lose the Spin Doctor through the Winchester, we'll feel really silly about it. So we could start with a spin. I think we'd rather put a Maskarovka on R&D. I think we'll start with a spin. We have a slash and burn too, so they don't deal with it. We can do some wacky stuff. All right. That actually might have been wrong to install the Descent because having access to the Descent with this hand is like pretty useful. This card also gives you a credit because it's an expendability. Moosey Hot whiffs. I've been tinkering with Rigging Up Cataloger recently. I haven't quite found the rough list for it. I think Rigging Up's a good card. I want to play more of it. I just like those cards that like click, compress, installs. They feel really good. Hurts the most of the worst. I feel like, yeah, it probably is worse than Deep Dive. I even think Conduit's pretty good right now. If they do this, run Spin Doctor, run R&D, I think we're okay with it. I think we might not want to commit the Descent. I think in Shaper, it's just hard not to run Deep Dive. Like, I don't think there's that much opportunity cost to playing it. Ooh, Carpe Diem HQ. I don't think there's a reason not to run. I'd be happy if he doesn't. We're not going to res this. We have to keep one of these, so 60% of the time we're fine. That's bad. Because we can score that out for a credit next turn. Okay, we have a Maskarovka. So I think we predicted for money that we Maskarovka and we make Logjam a remote server. Too bad. Yeah, that survives. The Spin Doctor doesn't get challenged, and the Spin Doctor doesn't get challenged. Oh, that was a random mark. Okay, cool. Yeah, right. Transfer. Good that we have this set up. There's actually like a weird cost to checking archives because it does like flip up the cards for Logjam. It's kind of cool. That I've seen some plays where it's like, oh, if you run archives, they get so much stronger that you don't see res Logjams. I don't think it's like super worth playing around. Dolls. Okay, we're really happy to be on 3 hammer. I think we're on 3 hammer. Oof. Don't love this. I think we just rip the Spin Doctor for another Spin Doctor. I think we don't put the Spin Doctor in the remote though. We could do KPI for draw. If we get an ice, we can install it on tempo, which is good. I like it. I can shuffle the pivot back. I mean, it's a random card. It could be anything. And we're going to rip this guy apart if we find it, yeah. 3 hammer? This is Jai's list. I think hammer is like pretty cool. It is on 3 hammer. Feels good. I had a hammer on archives when we were playing Jackmate. I just couldn't res it. David, the new thinking has been really fun. Like it's felt smooth. They have a jailbreak. We'll see what his console is. I'm really enjoying that I don't feel required to pump Logjam to infinity. Yeah, 3 strength Logjam is like totally cromulent. If we top deck any 3-2, which the list only has 3 more, we can slash if he doesn't challenge the spin. Challenging the spin here feels a bit rough. It does make Nuvem a bit more awkward. Debbie, okay. So top deck above the law. Eventually this will be good. Threw out a jailbreak. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, this turn sucks. What were we meant to do? Wait, this turn is awful. Do we just push a slash and burn? Like, sometimes you're meant to do that. I feel like maybe there was an ice we shouldn't have trashed, but this sucks. I don't want to power draw last click. Like, I also don't want to hedge fund. I guess we hedge fund. Whatever, we'll just have money. Off the books. Oh, right, information. Oh, that sucks. That's fine. We can always shuffle if we need to. Yeah, get the threat 4 is a totally fine plan. The problem is we threw out the pivot. Doesn't have a lot of money. He's probably not on Stone Chip or Steel Skin. So, like, just getting to threat 4, we can always just leave the agenda on top if we need to. But next turn, we can score out the agenda for a credit. And then the Spin Doctor gets back a Spin Doctor and the other agenda, which is nice. Ice is kind of expensive. It's actually relatively cheap. As long as the face check's fired. No! That was the worst. So we're not drawing to our agenda, but we really wanted that. So I'm going to do Spin Doctor. Face-up operation doesn't matter what we grab here. So it's either ice. I'm going to go for a tree line. I think tree line scales okay into Matryoshka. The expendability is also fine. Start with a hedge fund. Petty cash, you can bin that. Then we don't draw the petty cash. Feels good. Draw. Oh, wait, we were out of clicks. That's fine. We don't need him a virus. This feels bad. We haven't done anything. All our agendas are in R&D. He has the second Matryoshka, so now he'll start running. But like, oh my god, do we just want to put a hammer on the table? These install for free, which is like really useful. More fuel for the logjam. I mean, it's face down. That's the issue. Like if I get to choose to just trash him face up, probably would be wrong. Okay, who's this going to cost more for? It's hard to tell, but we definitely just res everything and don't care. This is 3 credits. Oh, it's all coffee credits. Ugh. Looks like we went a bit too slow. This is like the no Rashida problem. This is 5 credits. It is something. And then he has to clear the tags. So it's not the worst. The axis is the bad part. If he hits the slash or the measured, we're in upset. Now he doesn't break all the subs, so he breaks us for 4. If we score an STS, the game is like really, really cooked. He can't afford to trace this because we'll just like trace through the. Yeah, totally. Oh, my stomach's not good. If he hits a slash, you might get him with measured. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually not unlikely. Well, he's probably going to draw last click. So we'd have to top deck 2 and 34. But double measured is an easy line. I miss Trojan Horse every day. Nah, not me. Nah, dude up. I feel like those sort of cards don't feel great. I do think clicking the Matryoshka is a bit more complicated, so this interaction is a bit harder for our opponent than us. You want to boost 21 into the trace so that he doesn't take any of our transfer credits? I just won't fire. It's fine. They have the money to play through MR? I'm assuming he clears a tag. Oh my god, yeah, he'll have a lot of money. Even if he clears a tag, we can't double MR. He can't even single MR. Fly Swatter's sick. Oh yeah, so he definitely clears a tag here, I'm assuming. I don't think he draws. So we would need double MR. Can we tax out this breaker suite? I don't think we can. More like bin doctor. No, no. No, I need this. I think we need to draw spin doctor their most or fly swatter. Jamming their most seems pretty good. I think he breaks us for like 4 credits. I don't think it's actually that good. I think we wanted to set this up so we can off the books. This makes it really look like an agenda. Ooh, my stomach, not good. They earn coffee credits? Yeah, but now 2 ice, he might not do it. I think 2 ice is reasonable. So with 2 ice, we would like put off the books and seamless it, which actually be pretty good, especially pre-Hermes. But I think this is fine. Yeah, there's a Debbie credit. We're going to see Bravado on R&D for sure. But like, I think running their mode server is not that bad. 100% you Bravado R&D here. Use your Trezvik credits, yeah. We'll res the Descent. It's good to have it. Cost a coffee credit. It's whatever. Oh my god, if this was a hammer. Where hammer? I don't know. 54 card deck problem. Trashable. You're making our log jams more powerful. It was the pivot. Actually, really good draw for us if we got it. 14 credits. How does he not run their boat? I knew you were in hot on deep dive right now. I would have played something different. Oh, no. Don't worry about it. For sure, don't worry about it. It's like, it's worth playing. It's a good card. People should see how you play around it and also fail to play around it. Oh, going back. Surprised. Oh, it's a jailbreak. Okay. Less surprised. Until, okay. So he knows the top card. No, we're good. So this actually breaks lock if we wanted to. Oh, we've already broken lock. Until, yeah, I'm okay with that on top of the deck because it like wastes a click. I don't think we need the credits. Hammer could trash any or all their program. Well, they can break 1 sub. So I'm assuming he breaks that and just takes the tag and loses Debbie. Oh, right. That was going to happen anyways. So Slash has to go back. I think Pivot goes back. This flips up an upgrade, which is good. Divest is actually the only card that's felt like a direct deep bet counter. Everything else is marginal. Yeah, but then you have to play it. I don't want to play that card. They also do just lose, right? If they're on 3 points. Sorry, if they're on 4 points, right? You can't steal it back when they win. They have a raindrops. Oh, sick. Wolf. All right, at least we have 3 points in hand. And they took a core damage. Oh my god, if we had a hammer. Damn, we're good. Trash the pivot again. All right, 3 cards are safe. Yeah, was Tino's list on what's it called? On Transport Monopoly? I think it was. At Descent? It's like not good here. But like we don't have a remote server functionally. So we need to force basically him through the logjam. So I think we will. The next 3 cards are known, or next 2 cards, because one was a pivot. This is theater. This doesn't actually do anything. We could shuffle the deck immediately, but I don't think this is worth. We'll just put this in our archives. Ice Jam Basalt seems fine. He has 19 credits. I don't know why he wouldn't run the remote server. Even if we get a 3rd ice, he installs a Matryoshka. Like, I think here we just want to cheese out a bit and like get to a measured kill. Like, why would he not run the remote server with Debbie? I don't think we can jam. We'll see what he does this turn. Like, you're right. He has kind of been ignoring the remote server. Maybe we should read our opponent a bit better. But this is like our tester. Like, I just need to get him to run through the logjam at least once to exhaust the credits. Oh my god, are you not running the remote server? Why not? You have Debbie, you got these dolls? What is this going to do to you? Yeah, Debbie's a lot of money. They're scared of MR? Well, no, they just finality'd. I don't think they're scared into MR. Oh, raindrops, sick. Okay. So I don't think we res the fly swatter. I think we res the logjam and see what happens. Because logjam only 1 subroutine fires. So we get this on the table before Hermes. Remote doesn't win the game. They're making the right call. Sure, but it like cost them nothing. They also have 4 hand size, so like maybe just playing the vent was right. We'll see if they want to draw here and discard a card. It gives us 2 credits, so it kind of feels like you want to go through this, but this is expensive. This is 6 credits. This is the best logjam you can get besides expended and agenda. I want to put a logjam in archives and just expend stuff. This is a good run. This card, if it was less influence, I think you would see it splashed a lot more. 3 influence is a bit much, but this card's so good in criminal. Yeah, okay. So you only draw 1 card because only the first subroutine functionally resolves. I think I missed that a lot. They threw out a transfer. Cool. Until first. So tree line on R&D is like, we're really in a corner here. We could get logjam as big as possible. The problem is like this deck. Do you know what it plays? This deck 100% plays Hush. Because that is the one thing Matryoshka needs. I think you need a Hush. I'm pretty sure this deck is playing Hush. All right, so R&D is broken. I think we just do triple ice to keep the Matryoshkas busy. Don't worry that we're not playing Nuvem. Got my results-oriented thinking. Good to score there, /J. Pinhole, okay. Gamble for Mystic. They're just absolutely drowning in value. We can't get a hammer. Yeah, this deck probably runs either a Hush or sometimes they play what's it called? The laser pointer? I don't care about this. Tree and like spend trigger. It's not that important because I think they're gonna Hush us. They also probably have boomerang, so it's not like really great to get a big or logjam or a tree line. I think we just need to stack ice against Matryoshka. They definitely have more Matryoshkas. Yeah, we actually like that. We draw another measured. Oh, wait, he has 19 credits, so we cannot make him spend money. We just have to make the game about the remote server. Maybe it was okay to put the tree line on the logjam and just say big logjam go, but like, he still has 7 Debbie credits. Like, this is where the deck feels bad, where like if you're just behind, you are very far behind. Unless you can make a measured, but I just don't think we can make him functionally spend credits. Central runs are free. Remote server run is going to be free for 2 runs, I think, just about. Matryoshka's numbers are not bad. No point resing. This is where like Anoetic or something. Yeah, but this is where like we try and win off of nano management. But on 2 points we can't. Oh, that's kind of good. That's saw someone scrounge a Matryoshka with one already installed and watch them realize in time they did not work as they had hoped. Yeah, then you build 2 stacks. So you're safer against the Stavkas. Yeah, this is just bait. We probably should have spent more time thinking because like the quick jam is clearly bait. I think Darkrai is going to give up on the remote server though and just run centrals, which like, yeah, we lose to that. With 2 Jesmo, it's hard not to. If he has a Hermes, then like the game plan actually makes a lot of sense. But like we're not making him spend real credits. This costs 3, this costs 1. So this server costs 1 credit to run. Best top deck would be above the law. Oh my god. Oh my god, above the law. Nano management's 2 credits in Nuvem. It's really slick. I think this is the side of like post-rotation corp that you feel as a corporation, where like once the runner is set up, you don't really have much to do. The best we can do is like hope the math on our ice drags our opponent out. Fortunately, he's not running. What are all these people standing in front of? It's like the universe? Okay, fantastic. Not using Debbie. I wonder if he forgets Debbie is there. Ascendage just kind of crystallized the BTL better than Nuvem. Nano's 2 in Nuvem. Wait, what do you mean, Tron? It's also 2 in BTL? Yeah, but you play more operations than the advanced cards. I do think the 54 card deck does kind of suck. Games why I don't like one remote decks anymore. Sometimes the runner just goes here, have your remote. And the runner can win that. Yeah, that's where measured comes in. Why didn't he use Debbie above the law one time? Okay, we need to find another ice here. We'll draw. I think we drew that 1 turn too late. It does look like we shuffled an agenda away. Oh, good pinhole. Really good pinhole. Free with coffee. Same inhale reaction. It's here. Swear to God if he remembers about that Debbie. Maybe he doesn't feel like there's pressure on. I don't know if he saw the nano management. The issue is like we still have to score a 3-pointer, which is like tough to say the least, but at least we'll be like on threat. Oh, fuck. Okay. I mean, more often than not, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, we have to add a card back to our hand. Pivot? Okay, so we win. Good game. Seamless? No, we win. You touched Basalt. Huge mistake. You're not meant to touch that one. Someone always dies. Good game. I was real stressing out about that tall Debbie. I'm not sure if they forgot about it. Hey Daria. Back to the game. Yeah, Basalt's kind of messed up. Like it has that inevitability engine that no matter what happens, it comes back. I'm surprised they did the maintenance. Like if they just ran HQ, I don't think it cost that much more. I guess the maintenance is blowing and they're like holding, but that's like your alternate win condition. Yeah, it's rude for sure. Yeah, have 16 credits or cards in hand. It's tricky. But that pivot actually, that's the single pivot that you trashed like twice. It's really funny. Oh yeah. Wait, there's a hammer. Yeah, there's the hammer. Oh, sick. Let's trash it for no money. It's so weird that when you play pivot into measured, it Nuvem's twice in a row. That makes no sense to me, but I guess one card resolves halfway through the second card resolving. Thanks for the game. Yeah, I think if he used the Debbie, he would actually have enough money not to die here. So the run he made on the remote server, he broke the logjam. If he just did Debbie, he would not die to this. If that's the case, we would nano management above the law and then still have the threat where we'd have the 2 kills in hand. Hey, cheers. It's 10:20. Okay, we'll build. Let's just. I don't want to play Darya's Sable deck because like I actually have like having multi-access. It's like fun and good. But let's build a really quick good stuff Sable deck and see how different we are from some of the other decks that are out there. So this is just like speed run build a good stuff Sable. We're not gonna play deep dive. We're just gonna play Reg Sable. Again, it's fine if you like deep dive. It's good. All right, collection standard. We're just gonna go through this and put all the good cards and talk about how we make it. Imagine playing multi-access Darya. It's good. It's fine to touch cards. It's good. Okay, so 3 bravados, non-negotiable. Carpe Diems, I think it's somewhere between 2 or 3. I like it a lot, and I do think you can maybe play a Debbie here, but we'll trade with 3 and see if we cut it. Clean Getaway, you'd always play 3. Lilo, I can't tell how many you play. I'm gonna put 1 as like a kind of a bookmark. But it is a card that if you're playing Debbie, if you're playing Nuka, I don't think you need as many of these. I don't want to play Maintenance Axis. Mutual Favor, I'll probably play 1 just because I want to get breakers somewhat consistently, but I do think we play doubles of all breakers. Pinhole, I'll play 2. Reprise, Transfer, I'll play 3. And then that's mostly it. We'll play Sure Gambles, and I think that's it. We might play Buy Bands. Criminal Hardware. Okay, Boomerangs, we'll play 2. I think we're just going to play 2 Hermes. And then I don't think there's much else we play here unless we want some weird tech. We could play Awaken Plant. I don't think I enjoy Awaken Plant that much. It's not bad. Feels expensive. We can try it for sure. But otherwise, I feel like we don't have to play much more hardware. How much influence we spend to don't die is going to be really interesting. Play Sable Console if you do not deep dive. Play Swift? Swift is fine. I don't think you need to play deep dive to play Swift. Not 3 Boomerang? No, I don't like Boomerang that much. I'd rather get our breakers down to some extent, but like 3 Boomerang means you want 1 in your opening hand. It starts to gum up your deck a fair bit. Maybe you're playing Paladin, but I don't think I've seen a criminal deck that's not Az or Baz play 3 Boomerang in a long time. I like 20 and Cup as multi-access and Red Crim. 20 is really nice with open market. Yeah, I like 20 a lot. Maybe we'll try Cup instead of Wake, because normally I would put, what's it called? Here, Wake instead, but that's fine. All right, programs. We're going to play 2 Kurapira. I think that's fine. I think Shibboleth shows up a lot. I've been really unimpressed with Shibboleth in the mid to late game, so I'm going to try Cat's Cradle. I think it is basically the same. The only bad thing is VSA is annoying, but you don't see a lot of VSA. And this does have more text on it. But Shibboleth is really cheap to get down. We'll play 2 of these. I think the other options, you can play 1 of these and like 1 Unity. I think that's also kind of reasonable. If you want to install this, this is only 2 influence. So if you're feeling not great about your decoder, I think you can play 1 and 1. Maybe that means you actually can get away with Shibboleth because you can play 1 and 1. That's probably fine. Killers. I really like Revolver. I just feel like 2 Revolvers is not enough. So my guess is either you play Revolver Carmen, or you play 3 Revolvers, or you play Revolver Echelon. I think Revolver Echelon Carmen is fine, but I do like Revolver more than I think I do. We'll see if we use our influence better. VSA is the least annoying at threat 4. Oh my god, yeah, you're right. It's the same. Becomes 1 strength. Yeah, that's bad then too. Yeah, you're right. That's not good. Let's try and play. So we definitely play 2 Chesvas. I think if we want to run a lot, we can consider playing Leech. But my guess is we could also play Cupulation. I like Cupulation. It's nice. We'll play that in the slot. I think MU's a bit cramped, but that's fine. Then we do resources. We have a lot of influence left over. So let's just see in faction influence, 3 class act. We'll play 3 open market. If you're really worried about Pravdavost, I would play a single no free lunch. I think that's the only deck it really consistently beats. It's not the worst against Nebula, but a lot of the Nebula decks are an Oppo false lead, and then I'd rather have Stone Chip, it feels like, but that's not bad. Info Bounty is either 1 or 2. I honestly think 2 might be okay. We'll do 1. I'm going to try Debbie. I know this was not again was playing this, and I think we have enough run events for Debbie. I think that might make us also play Buy Bands, but I want to try it. I think it's fine. I think it actually feels pretty cool too. I've been trying, last time I played Sable, I played 1 copy of the neutral one that wants you to run 6 times, and I hated it. I really didn't like it. It just felt so slow. I think it's really good into assets, but otherwise it's really hard. How is Stone Chip better over NFL? Stone Chip means that you beat like measured response. Sometimes it means that if they give you a bunch of tags with hard hitting news false lead, you can draw up to 7. That means that you don't die to end of line, what's it called? End of line touch-ups. Are you going for the no influence deck? No, we just haven't got to the Anar cards. Yeah, I like that a bit better. Stone Chip better than NFL versus Auko. Yeah, it's also very good against Auko. It also means that you can just fire your class act on your opponent's turn. Like, there's just a lot of good value propositions. A lot of games, the NFL is just 3 credit card. Crash Base livestream tomorrow. Yeah, Shemendrix 2:30. We'll see you there. I don't know what we're playing. Probably like some sort of I don't honestly know. Probably the silk. Someone side hustled me into 2 rounds by running HQ repeatedly. Like, but that's not good. That's a problem, Condi, is I think side hustle makes you a lot of times make you make bad runs. Like if someone's just running HQ over and over again just to get their side hustle to fire, they can just be clicking for credits. Like that's not very good. Admittedly, they could have leech and penny shaver and stuff like that. Okay, so there's context, but just like that's the way I see it. Doesn't make that much sense. Okay, other things we want to play. We want to have some asset tech. I don't think we have the MU to support Azimuth, so we probably just have to do a concession Fencer Fueno. I really want to play Mystic. I don't think we have enough installables to play Paladin. We'll play Twinning. That leaves us with 7 influence and only a couple card slots, so we're gonna have to start cutting stuff. I don't know what I'm missing that's super important. We'll play like 2 stone ships and hope that they feel okay. And then we probably play like Baya Bands because we're running Debbie and all this other stuff. Or we can play Nuka. Nuka's also like pretty good. We don't have enough card draw. So we could do Nuka 1 Baya maybe? Yeah, Nuka's a good shab for sure. But now we're at 48 cards, so we have to start cutting stuff. So I'll probably cut the Lilo and say Nuka's our Lilo. Single Baya feels a bit weird. What do you mean not enough for Paladin? It's not that much for Paladin. We install 3 icebreakers. And then this hardware, you can install connections. So like Paladin's not that good. It's okay. I don't think it's amazing. Fencer Fueno is also cool that it works with both Baya and Cupulation, which is kind of like a cool little angle. Oh, we cut a couple cards here, huh? What do we cut? We have no influence. Don't want to build not against list. Proceeds to build not against list with like 3 different cards. Daria, it is. It's red criminal. It's been like this before. It's like this after. The one thing that I'm like really pulling from your list is the Debbie. I want to try the Debbie for sure. Boomerang is an infinite Paladin engine. Crow 100%. How's it going? It's just like I don't think those games show up that much in modern meta. Stoneship doesn't do anything in MR that's 4 cards in hand doesn't already. Well, it means you can be aggressive and go down to 3 cards, right? Like it just means that you don't have to be as perfect. You're totally right that if you're on 5, it brings you to 7 and you still die to double MR. But it just means on the turns where like you die to double MR on 3 cards, you don't. Right? It's just like a bit of flex. 1 open market. I really like open market. It has a lot of triggers in our deck. Like open market hits Debbie, Nuka, Class Act. It fires the Twinning. It's also just like daily cast. Cut a Carpe? Yeah, I think it was. Second Twinning? I don't think I want a second Twinning. I feel like I never installed this early. I think you need at least 2 Memi to have a reliably. You're probably right. I think if the games that you find the Miami, you're coasting. The games that you don't find the Miami, it feels like money is a bit little. So maybe we just do like 1 ugly stone chip, cut a Baya, play a Mystic, and then we're on 46. Debbie's the second Miami? Actually, I do kind of like that idea. Simply click to draw instead of installing SMH my head. No, but there's some turns that you want to do it. It's also good into Oko, it's good into other stuff, but like NFL is the other option here. I think I like Stone Ship a bit better. How many run events do we actually have? A lot. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's probably enough. But I still go with Fencer and Chesbite. No, I think you're right. That we probably do just do this and then say that we'll say that Debbie is our Mystic. Very similar to the Sable I ran at OTG. Yeah, Cody, I believe it. A lot of the Sable lists are very similar. It's like the card pool's not very big, but it feels fun. It's good. Technically has marginal value charging Kuru Revolver or Twinning, right? Charging the Twinning is actually sometimes the play. Rarely, but sometimes. I think 2 Info Bounty actually might make some sense. Do we just play 47 and not care? Like, what's the most cuttable card? Maybe second Chesva? One of the Carpe Diems is probably cuttable, but with Debbie, we probably want to play it. Love no matter how many streams I missed, I come back and find Andrej playing Crim. It's been a while, but like Good Stuff Crim is one of the most smooth playing decks in the modern meta. And it has like a pretty reasonable matchup spread, I think. Oh, the other card I like playing that I know last time I played Sable that I played was Game Dragon. I actually really like Game Dragon. It's not perfect, but it's really good into a lot of different matchups, right? Like making your what's it called? Your Carmen 3 strength actually really matters into revolver stuff against like Nuvem. Getting your barrier breaker up 2 strength and then having it retain strength really saves a lot of money. I think Game Dragon is a trap. I think there's certain metas where it feels good. I don't think I've installed it in the majority of games though. Maybe Leech works in that spot. You can cut a Boomerang. I'm also usually fine with only 1 pinhole. Yeah, I haven't been too impressed with Boomerang. It is good though. So say this is our opening hand. This is where I don't like the Cupulation. I would maybe cut the Cupulation. Cut the mutual 1/2x breakers. I think, Jai, you really need to find your breakers. Like the games where your fractors or your coders on the bottom of the deck is just a non-game. It's really, really bad. I don't want to cut a Carpe because we're on Debbie. If we were not on Debbie, I would play 2 Carpes. Game Dragon Adore, my fiance doesn't support that take. I mean, 4 strength's good. Yeah, I like the mutual. All like when your entire game plan is about running, I feel like having access to breakers is super important. I don't want to have a non-game because I can't find it. I'll cut a boomerang and see if we feel bad about it. And I'll play 46. I don't care. I don't think I care enough to not play 46. All right, let's give it a shot. One boomerang for open deck list, right? Oh, Nusha, right? Nusha Sable Sintash. Hear me out, Praxis. I like it. I think it's a bit clumsy, but I think Praxis is a hell of a card. Chesman pays for the installs. No, I know. I've been trying to sell players on Praxis. I think Antoine played a Praxis in the Ken deck. I think I convinced him. Hey, it's WD40. Gonna play some HB. Uh-oh. Not what I hoped for. Hey. I was OTG. WD40 hasn't been playing for that long, but a very good player. I have played 0 into competitive Modern Thule, so I don't know what to do. Mystic seems fine. Class X seems fine. Carpe Diem seems fine. Compilation beats Thule, right? Have you had your morning caffeine yet? Now that you mention it, no. It's good. When 4-1 into 4-3 was a lot of fun. Ah, beans. Oh yeah, I think you were the bubble, right? They mulligan. I think we can keep this hand. It seems fine. Yeah, I think WD-40 came in 9th. Hit a Cerebral Overrider on 2 Hendrix the other day into Thule. That hurt my soul. I haven't found aggressive trend setting into Hendrix, which like that's just gonna be a problem. How does Compilation beat Thule? If they're playing like the sort of assets that get really hard to deal with because of trend setting and sometimes they play hostile architecture, I imagine, that does beat that. It doesn't beat the Thule text. 2 bounties correct if you're on Hermes. I like 2 bounty. I think 2 bounty's cool. It's like such an easy card to play. This is a hand where I wish I was Zaya. I think the click back actually matters. Could have snuck in with the right pair down, lost the last round, but TBN's not having to track down Hotel. Aye. It's cool to see that they're still playing. I don't think they're just getting in it for OTG. I have no idea what Thule is doing in 2025. HQ is the mark. So we face check into Jaguar Rundy. Like the game gets weird. So what do we do? Do we just do like Mystic, Classic, credit, and assume that like the face check into the Jaguar is just so bad that it is going to like cook my matchup that I'm going to have to respect it. And that's probably silly. Yeah, I think we're just going to do Mystic Classic and be on no credits, but we can get out with Mystic. So we have Shibboleth and Unity. I'm assuming the code gates are going to be 4 strength, so I'd rather have an early Shibboleth. And then Hermes we don't need, so I don't think we make decisions. They res jagging or run remote? Yeah, it's a Nico. We'd pinhole that. Yeah, bottom of the Hermes, I was making good decisions and I saw Hermes in there. I'm like, yeah, we can get rid of that. We really like a good mark this turn. No matter what, I guess we carpe, but we love to clicklessly. So they iced up this Nico. I'm assuming they're actually more mid-range, but I'm playing around salvo testing to some extent. Penny Shaver isn't even asset tech. I made millions against Leo and Nebula. Seems good. Top down? Uh-oh. I'd rather have Penny Shaver. Rather have Penny Shaver. Do you like the backseating? No, I'm totally cool with the backseating. I appreciate it. I generally like do my turn and then look at chat unless I'm like really lost. There's a chat delay too, so just like you have to always keep that in mind. All right, we want to deal with fully op. I think we just face check most things. HQ is the mark. Fuck. I don't think of an option. If core damage hits one of our breakers, we're fine. But I think we just face check everything here. I think they can res 1 good ice. Drafter's pretty bad. I think they're on big deal. I have no idea. I'll run. Probably have an agenda. Show me a big old cat by cat. I don't think we have time to get the Hermes down here, but I just want to make sure that fully op doesn't go off. Hermes first? I don't think we have time. I'd rather have the 2 credits to trash stuff. Like, we don't have that much money. I need to trash this for 2. The bounce is okay, but if they res ice, I think we're okay with it. Nope. So the table has to be better than a wage workers. So this is a wage workers. This is some garbage. So we want to trash this after we hit a drafter. So I'll run server 3, I think. If it's a Hendrik, what happens? Would they not stack the Hendrik? I don't think they need to. How bad could this be? If it's a Hendrik, we'll take a core. Andrej's taught me anything you run early in your turn. Yeah, into HP, you definitely want to. The problem is like Hendrik in this matchup actually flips the script, but it's a bit of a more, it's not everywhere in HP. It's just something you have to keep in mind of because you lose your clicks. I think it's Jupstad. You think they're setting up Jupstad this early? If the Nico sticks, they have money to do Jupstad Elevig Hour. WD-40 is a thoughtful player, and I appreciate that. They don't snap res. We really need to find some money. Now we're forking between this and this. Okay, so I think this is a wage workers. Regolith. Okay, I don't think you can have that. So we have to deal with the Nico too. This will definitely get rezzed. Think you have to install Cup for this to be scary? I don't think Cup makes that much sense. You spend it for 2 credits. Okay, that's good. Like you install it for 2? Like installing 2 credits to trash a card? I don't get it. So that's bad. We have a filter draw. What could server 2 be that is better than a wage worker and better than a regolith? My assumption it's a D-res card. I want to draw here. That puts us to 7 cards, and then we can just install 2 things. Or install discard is fine. Boomerang's fine. Did you put money cards on Money Faction deck? Yeah, we have a couple. That's why I wanted to draw. I'm gonna take the Boomer. Croupier is pretty good though. Actually, I will keep that. I'm not sure if we throw out the Unity. It might be fine because we have to eventually break the 4 strength ice. You thought it was Jupestad or Wage Workers? Even then though, it's like you install it for a click and a credit. It has like late game value, right? Like sending HQ has value, but that's the problem that I don't understand is like you install this for a click and 1. That's expensive. Then you use 1 on this. So in theory, we spent like 3 to 4 credits to trash something that's 3 and 4 credits. So it's fine, but it's like, I don't know. I'm never excited about this thing. That's probably the wage workers. Okay, Marcus HQ. Fine. Now, if this is a drafter, they'll definitely res it, but they could have res a pretty good drafter before. I think we'd have to draw here for a run event. Okay. I think we have to clean getaway. There's no way that they don't res into a transfer. If we kept the boomerang, we could do a transfer. So I'm going to clean getaway. Oh, we have to get a credit first. No, we don't. We can clean getaway, get our Croupier, run the Nico, I think. I haven't done the math. We take a core damage if we find an agenda. There's the Scatterfield. So if we mutual favor for the Fractor, we're down to 3 credits. We are credit perfect to trash everything, but we're also bankrupt. I wouldn't recommend this. Never punished? Yeah, if we take a core damage, we take core damage. It saves us a click and 2 credits. It's value. This is 2 to trash, right? Yeah. If I'm Brawn charging the Croupier early is good, but I don't want that to fire. We're bankrupt now, so if we don't top deck a Carpe Diem, we're in a pretty bad spot. Why would you take the core? You can just play Thule? You get 6 credits per success before access, no core? Oh my god, you're right, Cody. Yeah. We do get the credits. So we could decide. I'm totally like used to dirty laundry. Good catch. Yeah, most of our deck is econ. This is when it's ugly, when you draw your breakers early, and that's why having 2 of breakers feels really nice, because you can just bin the bad stuff. I think this is the wage workers. This wasn't rezzed, so I think of it as a prototype. They would have maybe rezzed it if it was the warm reception. I really don't like the names being so similar. Do we need to kill Nico? It's not auto. I don't know. 3 credits in a card seems really good. Could be a spin? Maybe. Does Clean Gateway give you money before access? Yeah. Totally. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's on success game, the credits. That's not when the run ends, if successful. Do you want to be really good at Debbie? Oh my god, a Debbie would be good. Mystic plus Debbie? Just value. Spencer Fueno. Yeah, he wants to draw cards. That was a bit aggressive. Uh-oh. Fully up setup. Okay. It's so much better. Okay. So we can do credit, bravado, server 1. That's obviously bad. This easily could be wage workers into agenda, which is also kind of bad. HQ mark again? Are you kidding me? We could do credit. Yeah, we got nothing here. I think the best we could do is credit Hermes, and then say if you want to wage workers and agenda, we get a bounce. But I think this is more likely to be an econ card. Like the Hermes is not super impactful. Yeah, Hermes chill seems fine. I agree. We know one transfers on the bottom. I think deck tracking is really important. I'm just worried about a fully op here. Auto HQ, they didn't res the first time. Yeah, but they wanted to protect the regolith in their mode server, I think. So they might just now. They also have a bit more money to work with, and the teeth on something like whatever, Scatterfield or Drafters. Drafters a lot worse for us now. I do think they're looking for a fully op here, and that's why we really need to start contesting so they don't pop off. Looks like they don't have it. Spin Doctor on the table makes sense. I think you want to be able to break the blade of? Yeah, we do. But next turn we should be able to. Because we'll be able to bravado for a lot of our credits. Cost you nothing with bravado and you get the access for free. Yeah, but we want to have money when we get in. That's the issue with Sable and for like Dule and trashing stuff. Oh, that's the wage workers. Okay, that makes sense in context. So triple draw, top down or fully op? They've invested a lot in the wage workers. There might be another on the table. But they do not have money. They definitely need a fully op here. Yeah, I think just getting in without money is not going to help us. YDL. Oh shit. Okay, cool. PD deck. Running archives is a bit scary. I'm not sure if they're nightmare archives. They could be. I don't know if we have time for the twinning. Yeah, I would rather like Bravado HQ, but on 10 credits now, like show us a tier, I guess. Archives is the mark. Still scary thing to run. I'm going to do it. we'll take a nightmare. Let's see what happens in here. I think one of these could easily be a spin. Don't show me a nightmare archives. Okay, Mega Pre, nice. So we'll spend Hermes. Ooh, huge. So I think we Hermes open server 3. We'll pay the tax. Because now we can bravado server 1. We won't have a lot of money. I think we bravado bounce. Through at the Scatterfield too. So like their hand is pretty flooded, but wage workers are threatening an agenda here. I think it's a trend setting, or they might be on like, you know, fast advance. Like a powers that be has to go down too. Now we have to think here, because if we get in, we can take a core damage. I don't think taking a core damage is the worst thing in the world, but we could spend perfectly to get into the server and see what's in there and not trash it. It technically is free. If we bravado server run, we lose to end of the line. I mean, I'm not stressed. No reason not to break and jack. Yeah, Thule. We respect Thule. You're right, we can see the card and no credits, but Thule can core damage us. I'll take the money, we'll check both. If this is an agenda, it's an agenda. You're right that we pay one to get one, but like we're 1 credit short to not deal with Thule. Yeah. So at least that's fine. I think I'd rather send this back to hand. We're going to take a core damage. We'd love to lose the couplation. Oh, not to get a Kura counter. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you might as well pay 1 to get the Kura counter. Yeah, that's 100% true. So I think we can not deal with this. We're going to have a click left. I think we just want to not lose the Nuka. So I'll just return this to hand. Fine. We don't die. Oof. 2 Mega Pre's out. We don't die to measured. I think we just install the Nuka and chill. No, we're on threat 2. I don't think we die. Like if it's public trade on the line, yeah, we die to that. I guess distribute end of line, we die to that. I don't have a read that this is a kill deck. If they have end of line, yeah, they also need to give us a tag, but like we're gonna die even if we don't install the Nuka, so might as well. But this does not read like it's a kill deck. It looks like they're setting fully op and doing like efficiency combo. Like this probably looks closer to Tuno's list that it published. They're sort of like big Moonpool combo deck. I don't think you have to play around end of line on everything. Measured response, if anything, is probably a bit more common. But actually, I don't know. I haven't played a lot of Modern Thule. So they do triple install really easily with wage workers. It might have been worth contesting the wage workers instead of bouncing the table card and bouncing the ice on the wage workers. We know they have a second wage workers, which could be either of these, but we're doing okay. Bounce the ice might be better to break up flop pairs. Yeah. Just get the ice off of this so they can't flop. But it didn't flop last turn, so I don't know if they're going to flop this turn. They'd have to top deck flop, right? Maybe they couldn't flop because they did triple draw. But like, I think they do triple draw. It was like between YDL and flop. Got click left. Oh, they have it. Yeah, no matter what, they're reinstalling it. So I think challenging the wage workers might have been worth something. So let's see what they do here. This deck could be big deal. We have issues. It's a lot of money. Cool. Archives, Marchives. Sick. I don't think this deck's on Nightmare Archives. We definitely start with the Nuka. So we have a second Kurapira, so that makes that easy. Wow. If we run Archives for free, we can do Carmen into transfer. It's not that great. Getting the Chezza down sooner than later does actually help. I think flop's actually better. They reinstalled everything. I don't think it matters what you bounce in that case. No, exactly. Well, we could have dealt with the wage workers last click instead of installing the Nuka. I think that was something. Cup and run HQ. So we got to do the math. We definitely run Archives, right? Because it's clickless and it turns on our ability. Turns on our Carmen. Wage workers. Okay, so that's the one card we knew. So we can do Carmen, Cup, Run HQ, but we find an agenda record. We can do, no, we got the click back, yeah. So we can just do Carmen Run. Kind of want to do Chezva sooner than later, but I don't think we have to run HQ this turn. I think if they do a score, like I'm worried about getting 7-point comboed. We definitely get the Carmen down, but I think we Nuka draw again. We're on 4 hand size. Okay, maybe that's not the play. I think we just chill. Carmen transfer. Carmen transfer is not bad. The issue is like we only have 3 credits to work with. So if it's a drafter, it fires. I think we just do Carmen. We draw Carmen credit. In the other order. Yeah, probably the other order is right. So we can install Chezva. That's fine. See what happens. Because we should be able to clean getaway for free next turn. Ingatan? Okay, that doesn't seem that bad. Wage workers is bad. But no powers is really good. Oh, we could have bounced HQ. Actually, maybe that's better. Snap click that. I'll be honest. Oh, sorry, we're covering this. That draw should have been Nuka. I don't want to discard too much. I think we're going to start with a Nuka. But like Nuka would have put us up to a bit higher than that. And we're going to need the Chezva for sure, right? I think we're guaranteed to need the Chezva. So I don't feel bad about it. This works with the Thule ability. Yeah, it probably would have been reinstalled for sure. I think we just want to do the thing that forces them to reinstall. Okay. So they know we can run this. We can probably run everything. So we just need to get a good mark for clean getaway. We can do clean getaway transfer, run server 2. Oh, that's fine. Let's get some money. We can board clear with transfer. Yeah, we just need to get our money up first. I don't want to trash from the top of the deck. I know that we have Chezva credits, but whatever. Die to anemone. Classic Andrej, die to anemone HP. At least once a week. We can consider cleaning the tag. I do think this deck is on greasing. It's on Inkatons and Mega Priest, so greasing does make some amount of sense. We get a click back from this, which is good. Notice how the cup is just dying in my hand, which is unfortunately does. I do think I'm not good at playing cup. I don't prioritize it. But I do think we want to have at least a card in hand so we can afford to take the core if we do decide to. I don't understand this transfer. It gives us money. It gives us 6 credits. I think that's it. It doesn't stop the access, right? So it's just a 6 credit play. Without cup, it doesn't do anything. No, it's a 9 credit swing. Sorry to talk like that, but it touches cards. Fully up. Okay, the cup would have been sick. So now we have to deal with the table. So yeah, because we need the money to trash things. Like we just went up 6 credits. So I'll deal with server 1, I'll deal with server 2, and then maybe we'll deal with server 4. This actually could be a Hendrik, so I think we should deal with this last, but I doubt this is a Hendrik. Salve. The fuck? I think we take the core here. No matter what, we're dying, unless we keep our money up, we're dying to measured. I don't think this deck is on end of line. This means that they were trying to seamless this, but that seemed like a weird server to put that into. So we probably should clear the tag. I think taking the core damage, like the ontos become 2/2s, that's probably bad for us. There's a jupe set on the table, we could flatline. I think we just pay then. So either we clear the tag or we draw. If we draw, if it's a jupe set, I think it's fine. You can nuke it to survive one measured. Yeah, we probably just nuke it here and leave the wage workers. We're seem to be far ahead. We survive double measured. We're tagged. I don't think we care if any of these get trashed. Fuck, those are good cards. Yeah, we'll be okay. It was a bit protected. We had to run it. But like, I don't think their game is going well. So sometimes you make those plays. Yeah, we'll flip the tag. It's fine. We have a buy if we want to clear the tag. We'll probably just draw cards, clear tag. We don't really have anything we want to install. Don't look at the compilation. It's important you don't remember the compilation is there. Yeah, this keeps us alive from single underline. Okay, I can't clear just the compilation. I just never play compilation. I should be honest to myself. It's a fine card. Just like not for me for some reason. Yeah, buy the tag is fine. That's one of the best ways to get rid of the tag. The thing is, like, Cheswa installs things cheaply, but we've literally installed everything we're gonna install this matchup. Fully out. I'm gonna suggest you swap Cup for Azimuth. We have an influence issue. Sick, yeah. So this is the combo deck. This opens up HQ though. So let's see what they do with it. Onto Elevagaur. So it's good that we didn't take the other core. We didn't get Jupestad, so they just score out. They're on 3 credits. So I think we actually bounce the Wage Workers Ice. Because I think trashing Wage Workers is way more important for the combo. Markers HQ. Okay. So I think we can just start with a transfer. We can buy a bands to clear tags, draw. Actually, what do we do? Yeah, Azimuth is an MU issue. I just think against a lot of the asset decks, you don't have to install the Chesva. Like, the Chesva is not doing great. Your most down compilation I've ever heard anyone. Everyone seems to love the card. I do, to be fair. I like it out of Criminal. Like, I'll be clear. I really like it outside of Criminal. I think Criminal is the one faction that I struggle to play it. Cup is good here. You want me to cup the Wage Workers? I mean, okay. Fine. I'll do it. If we transfer, I assume that they just res. All right, we happy? And so now we can transfer HQ or we can buy a band's HQ. If we buy a band's HQ, we can draw 2. We get the mark back. I'll just buy a band's HQ. I don't think clearing the tag is actually that important. Could it buy it? We still will. It might have been better actually to compilation from hand. Because we could buy this Wage Workers. So if they res, they res. Jaguar has teeth. No. Okay. So we'll Sable. I think we draw 2 cards. Okay. We'll remove a tag. We'll see the whole hand. YDL, Scatterfield, fully up. Okay. Not glad that we did what we did. We could transfer them to the ground. They didn't res this. I think if they have no money, what was the hand? Fully op, YDL. So I think we want to deal with server 1. I think we just run server 1, play Sure Gamble. Check top of deck. I don't think we care that much. The cards aren't going anywhere. We just want to deal with this so fully op doesn't do anything. Because none of these cards actually do fully op. Spend 3 power counters? Yeah, sure. Regolith, good that we checked that. I think we just either Sure Gamble, put the info bounty down. I think we just Sure Gamble. We're not going to have a struggle to use the Mystic credits. Yeah, we definitely want to do server 1. When we see that's their hand, like fully op does nothing. So now they have 2 unknown. That compilation sucked, chat. Like, real talk, it was bad. We spent 3 credits, and it wasn't that good. Like, I want to be real here. Okay, one of them was a Chesma credit, but that, like, did not feel good. This is why I don't like compilation. Fine card, whatever, but, like, also kind of whatever. It's so much better to take cards out of hand. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, than taking off the table. I do 100% agree with that. I'm totally just making folks upset. I like the bravado just fine here. We just want to not flatline, so we'll bravado server 4, mark as art. How is it always HQ? I don't think you should cup sweep, just cup wage. Moonpool made HQ less interesting. I thought they might be just flooded, but you're right. They shuffled everything back in HQ, so in context, it was probably not a good use. So they have fully up, so we'll check this. If it's a Hendrik, if they spend 2, we'll spend our turn. Someone call MBK. The market roller is broken. It's been HQ a lot. Drafter, okay. That is actual real money. That leaves us on 3, but they also have no money. Elevagao, okay. Hermes, have to, we'll pay just so we don't do Onto stuff. So we can run HQ and get the click back, so we're just going to touch a lot of cards this turn. We don't have time for the info bounty, unfortunately. Fly Swatter probably was on HQ. That's the only ice that I think they wouldn't res. Regolith, they can draw that. To me, the better couple I was stealing some from HQ, not sweeping. I agree. And we could have buy-banned the table. Yeah, I like taking cards out of hand, especially combo cards. So one of these is a Regolith, which we're not worried about, but they could fully opt into it. So I guess we're still checking stuff. Now we get the Archives mark. Okay. We'll just keep touching cards. Threat 4 text? I mean, why not? Why shouldn't I have threat 4 text? I threw out an auto, okay. Oh my god, info bounty not like this. 100%. Yeah, we should have info bountied. This is the Regolith. Shut up. Don't actually. You got to keep reminding me. I'll forget. Yeah, info bounty was just free there. All right, their hand is fully up. They don't have a lot of money. If they get their money up, we can transfer. If they transfer, they have to res their stuff. Fully up is a threat. Like, but the thing is, like, if they install fully up, they're gonna flood up eventually. ROC, okay, draw. They need a YDL here, right? But then we transfer them. Yeah, that's fine. All info bounty for sure. For sure. Ow. Actually, Pinhole wasn't that bad, especially with Chesla and Debbie. I think we actually undo that. This is better than drawing. So we'll do R&D mark. So we'll just do transfer. Take some cash. We'll flip the tag. Fully up, okay. Oh, we should make a Debbie run. It's minor. They do win from that. I don't think they're going to kill us. I'll just hold. We install the stone chip. We can always draw on their turn. We will. Run back. It's not like the agendas are going anywhere, so I don't think we have to. They're definitely playing Tuno's list, so there's no kill in it. Hypoxia? Nah, not in the deck. If anything, they could trash the info bounty, I guess. We have one more transfer, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do this on their turn to get some filter. Nice. All right, this server is expensive. I really do wish we had the pinhole. So Archives is the mark, so we'll just run it. We'll transfer if they res, they res. They can't throw out agendas, fly swatters, okay. We'll just float tags. I guess at some point we lose to greasing. If they want to duck res, then like we don't have to run this if they duck res. Well, like we'll know what this is. If they don't duck res, we don't have to run it. Jupe stat, okay, we don't have to run it. On 0 credits, they can't threaten. So now we just run R&D. I don't think we bravado R&D. Why shouldn't we? But why should we? I think we just run HQ 2 more times. Okay, good game. Yeah, rough. I do think the wage workers we need to get rid of. Thanks to the game. Hermes is definitely not good for them. They have a lot of agendas, and this is, I think, Tuna's list, which, like, I do think there's a combo version of this list that is very, very, very powerful. I think that list was PD, though, wasn't it? But yeah, we just have to keep the board down and just do our due diligence, and that doesn't. This is where, like, Sable feels so good. Like, the deck is half money, and that's the issue. As soon as you start to build weird stuff, you realize your deck isn't half money, and having your deck being half money means you don't have to sweat stuff. Like, it's wild. Yeah, it did look like a deep dive turn. You're right. Things looked okay. I think things felt good. I think if we drew our early open markets or more sure gambles, we'd be a bit more comfortable. But we bottomed all these cards actually because we didn't shuffle once. So Fencer Point was at the bottom. But that felt okay. Sable usually feels pretty good. It's 11 o'clock. Let's keep going. My stomach's not good. We'll make it through it. Maybe a bit longer. We might go a bit later tonight if I don't absolutely fall through the chair. How's everyone doing, by the way? You can cut a cup if you want to be on 46. Yeah, but Thanos, people want me to play cup, and people want me to play cup better, so I can't. Being Filthy Rich is my matchup I feel I struggle with sometimes. If you can deny the early runs that really swing the game, I think that helps a lot. It's like clean getaway is just so important that if you can stop the clean getaway and the clean getaway archives, it's such a different thing. Should we be on alarm clock? I don't know why we would. I think alarm clock's pretty interesting to the Nebula matchup, but we don't have that many like unsuccessful run triggers that snowball in a way. Like if we're on Awaken Plant, maybe. If we're on Leech, maybe. But I don't think it's actually that good. I prefer you not to play cup than to see you play cup poorly. I mean, like, you got to start somewhere. I think a friend of mine said always when we started playing back in 2014, money's always good. Okay, this is the matchup where we want maintenance access, we want other stuff. But this is a matchup that we're relatively favored into. I don't know who our opponent is. I'm assuming this is going to be kill until proven different. Thanks, you too. Them alls. So we want to have access to breakers. We want to have money. They kept. Stone Ship does a bit against some of the kill decks, but it's not enough. So maybe this is not enough. This hand looks fine. I mean, we have no card draw. I don't want to get the twinning down early. The Chesva doesn't do anything. I think this hand's actually not that good. Like the Bravado face check into a lot of the Nebulize is like kind of rough. Like if it's any of the tagging stuff, like Saryevna, if it's a Mess and Chesva, it's like not particularly good. I actually don't like this hand. Like this is a brick. This is almost a brick. We have two of them. This is good. This is good. It's like on the verge of keeping, but I do think this deck is just so good. We just want to find breakers. Even a Boomerang is really good. We're only on one. This is a much better hand. Info Bounty's sick because whenever you roll an archive marks in the matchup, it actually does something. We could have got a worse hand, but this is a very good hand. Yeah, Classic is important, very importantly. We generally don't need to flip them back on turn one, so we'll see how good their econ start is. Did our opponent keep? They kept. That's scary. I really don't like Nebula. I've said it before. I don't understand. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. This is just a disgusting ability. Open ICQ. Okay. This might lean more to a newer player. This is like definitely the opening that you don't want to do against Criminal. Not only do, well, we got an R&D mark, so they're right about that. But like, not only do we get the free flip, but we get the transfer, and that's like just a disaster for them. So we'll do the 9 credit swing. We'll probably install our Carmen. This is probably worth trashing. Reg Vicetron, just Reg. I watched your Taya video. I really enjoyed it. I do think we need to clear the tag out of due diligence. So I think getting the Carmen down is, it's okay. It's not a priority. It's not like we're going to struggle to do it. So I think we just do draw or gamble, clear the tag. Okay, we have all our breakers. I'm not too interested in running back. I think we're going to suffocate. Like we're just going to try and run every turn so they have, I wouldn't say blank text because they get credits, but okay, Petty in the bin. Now they have the ice. Not that these breakers that good. Okay. Then they power draw last click. Okay. Archives mark, that's fine. So Info Bounty run archives is like fine. We can draw. You have double decoder though? Oh my god, you're right. We have double decoder. We don't have fractor. I do think a lot of the decks are just running pings and nothing else, but we'll see. That's really good. So I think this is a turn that if we can find our Hermes, we're happy. This is the hand why I hate 6 breakers. You just discard them. Like you're right, but like this doesn't happen that often. But I'm also glad to have these. We need a bit more burst money. I think we just do Info Bounty run archives Mystic. Oh, we have another click. So we should draw here, right? Yep. Oh, then we could have got down our thing. Never mind. We could have got down our Carmen. It's okay. The CT's version has 0 barriers. Yeah, I think that's the one that's on 0 barriers. I like a ping, especially in open decklist, because they have to play around it if you score a thing from hand, a false lead. But yeah, zero barriers is just like you're playing ping and nothing else, I don't think. Unless you're like splashing Brawn. Which I don't think they do. I think their influence is better spent on combo. Or fast advance tools, whatever they're doing. We still don't know what sort of nebula this is, but like they can petty cash out here. Looks like they're going to. We'll learn a lot. Falsely, the game gets cooked. I would love a Hermes. It's embedded. Okay, so I think they're probably just reg. Archives mark, not bad. Okay, so we risk a ping here, but we could drop Carmen Shib run HQ. If it is a sentry, if it's an Doom Scroll's annoying. We'll take a risk into ping. The argument for VSA versus ping, but ping throws the math off. That's good. Yeah, ping makes it tricky. Fuck. The hard punish floating a tag. So bad. This is why you play the ping. It's just maximum punish. This is why we play 2 breakers so we can find our fracture. So let's see if they trash our stuff. They definitely should trash the info bounty. It is just going to be so much money. But if they just score out, I don't think we're too upset. Why do we do that? Because it has to be the ping. A lot of these lists are not running pings. Like, you take risks. You got to take risks. If that was a Messney, we're happy. All right, they're bankrupt, so it's not the worst. They didn't get their ability. We'll be fine. That's really good. Oh, with the archives mark, that's really, really good. We can install the Chesva first, but that's probably what we're going to install with the bio bands. I think we're going to draw 2 and clear a tag. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, I think we're fine. We definitely need to get into HQ sooner than later, but they don't have any click gainers. We'll do Sable. We'll draw 2. That's really good. We'll remove a tag. So I think we just do draw Hermes Stone Ship. We knew they were on ping when we saw this scored? No, not necessarily. I don't think all the scoring decks also run 3 pings. Some of them do, but I don't think it's that bad. They lost 4 credits. Okay, Nebula. Still online. I guess we'll Stone Ship on their turn. It doesn't make a difference. We're not going to wait for Class Act. You're right to tell me to go straight for plot in Act 3 of XP33, so thanks for that. Oh, Claire Obscura. My partner bought that, and so I'm waiting to play it with her, and we haven't got it. Ice on Archives, that's not conventional. It actually doesn't help that much now because we lost our info bounty, but it's less Ice on Central, so that's pretty good for us. Cool. So we'll draw 2. That's not what we want. They still don't have any fast advance tools, seemingly. Our money is not good. So I think we just do open market, Nuka, and hold. If they score, we get to open up a server. I think we just full dump these. I think we spread them out so we're not weak to tag punishment, but I'm not sure what the actual line is there. I don't feel powerful. This is why we played 2 boomerang, but we're also playing 2 breakers. We did use our... No, we didn't use our mutual, no. That was the other game. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this makes it harder, so they can't just trash one that has 6 credits. They have to like split if we get tagged. It's worse into things like game over, and if that happens, that happens. You spread them so they drip out faster. I guess. I mean, I don't think that actually matters, does it? Oh, fuck. What are they going to say? Event? All right, so at least R&D is open, so we get the flip back. But they're on game point. They have nano management. We just lose to some stuff. They did program. Oh, still hitting 2 is not very common for hitting program, but we're left with our gas, which is good. Tomorrow's headline. We took the tag. And now we can flip them back. Okay, so that's a really important one. Draw here. We don't have a Baya. That's just the mark. You think we dropped the compilation chat? I don't think we do. I wonder if we draw again for Nuka. We have 3 hits to find our fractor. We have to just clear the tag. I'm good to run R&D for the flip, clear the tag, install an open market. No, it's not the time. Yeah, we'll try and do it on HQ, especially if we find a nano management. If we find a nano management here, we'll feel a bit silly. End pot. Okay. think we just remove tag, open market. 3 credits a turn seems good. And now they have to flip back while icing R&D, which shouldn't be that hard for them. Finding another ping on R&D, like this is the problem is like sometimes I'm wary to face check because I want Hermes to have text. Because it's like you can score out. But yeah, now they can just do like, I think the line that we lose to is usually nano management into, or sudden commandment nano management, but they need money for that. I think on the other side of Nebula that scores a 5-3. We can't tell if they're on, they power drew. We can't tell if they're on king making. We could just lose to king making out of nowhere. Okay. So we have to draw. Did not find a fractor, but we found a mutual favor. So we just drop a Kura Pira, we run HQ. Archives is the mark. So we could transfer flow to tag. I don't think we do that. We throw out the revolver. We just run HQ. With the tomorrow's headline out, we're not likely to flow to tag. They could be running traps. Special order. I know. Totally fine. Remastered. Okay, that's good. Well, Hermes the ice on, honestly, archives maybe with the Carpe Diems, just so that we can get a mark better there. No, it allows them to reposition it. I'd actually rather them not reposition the ice on HQ. They could oppo us, I guess, but doesn't seem like they're on an oppo deck. Petty cash. Always R&D? Yeah, I think they're always R&D because then they can move their ice on archives, which is not well positioned. So that could be the end pot or what they put back. That could be the end pot. It's probably end pot. We're pretty bad into end pot, let's be honest. We're really bad into end pot. Let's get a good mark. HQ. Okay, money's not good. Money's actually kind of bad. We can Carpe Diem run. I think that's fine. I guess we get the cup down first, right? R&D and archives are the same likelihood for mark. Sure. Oh, no, 100%. I'm not saying that. But it means that we can do something with the archives if it's open. Like if we get archives, at least we can. No class act. Class act would be good. I do think we want to run here because they have a petty cash and they could be on game point. God, Nebula is just so frustrating. Got to run this turn or they win. For 1 credit, they score a 3-2. Like, come on. Yeah, let's see what happens. I think it's an end bot. They might not be able to res everything. Bravado R&D time? Yeah, that's reasonable. For Marco's there. This is an end pot. I just need to do the math here. What is the end pot math? 6 credits minimum. Jesus, shibboleth. God, awful. They're on 4 points, not 5. So scoring a 5-3 from hand is harder. For sure. It's a lot harder. But it's like they can just do 2-3-2s. Like they still have 2 embedded. So I guess we're worried about that. Just bounce. Yeah, I think we just bounce here. And I think we just bravado R&D. So we're beyond 4 credits. If it's a Mest and Chesvo, we can't break. Mestney, we need to break for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carbon is 4 to break, what's it called? Doom Scroll. But if it's a Mestney, we break for 2, 4, 5. So we should do credit bravado. I don't think we're meant to let them res that. Yeah, I don't like it. It's an F2P. Oh, that's fine. This one we just pay for. Doom Scroll has only 1 relevant sub. Oh, yeah, I guess we could take the net damage. That's not good to see. We got the flip. Great. Man, Chesvo would be good here. Okay, that's fine. So they need to figure out how to flip. They're not really incentivized to play petty cash from the bin. I think if they do, it's a big mistake. God, Nebula's just so frustrating. Gotta run centrals every turn or they're gonna score out for 1 credit. Like, oofa. Doofa. Draw. Probably a YDL setup. Shibboleth versus Bahana is frustrating. Yes. Our decoder's really bad in this matchup. Flipped again, so we have to spend 4. Archives is the mark. I think we can afford to run archives. If they res the ice, I don't think we're upset about it. So I guess we can just Carpe Diem archives. Why? Let's don't ship to draw first. Okay, twinning seems important. That is really important. The matchup's the only reason I play Unity. Oh yeah, wait, we have that. Hey Dan, how's it going? Good news. Got the job offer from last week. Very excited. Yo, congrats. That's sick. How soon do you start? That's great news. Congratulations. I think we spend 4 on R&D. I guess we could Carpe archives, but the axis doesn't make any sense. So maybe we just hold this for a turn where the axis makes sense. We could do twinning, but we have no way to get the credits off of this. So we need to find a Mystic, which we lost, or we have to find a Chesva, which we lost. Oh, it's in the deck. Cup Petty? Oh, Cup Petty's like not a bad line usually, actually. I kind of like that. Isn't transfer better than R&D here? I don't think we can make the transfer make sense financially. Maybe we can actually. Hold on, what's the math? We install Unity. We'll keep the shibboleth around, I guess. Then we break this for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's actually fine. Yeah, cupping the petty is actually kind of cool. Yeah, Unity's fine. Kind of want to play Buzzsaw plus Game Dragon. It's just like, it's draw the Buzzsaw early. It's so bad. So we don't need to break all of these. Oh, I'm kidding. We have to break all of these. What am I talking about? Hey, Kolov, how's it going? Yeah, I forgot. I thought it has one more searching than it does. Business as usual. Okay. They can just score at that. That also might mean they're in shipment from Vladisibirsk. Or sorry, Vladisibirsk City Grid. Wow, that wasn't good. Guess we're going to be stuck running centrals all game. Starting a week or so. Plenty of time to focus on what really matters. Pittsburgh Meta City. I haven't shouted that out. I totally forgot to shout this out. Okay, yo, listen up. This weekend, there's a lot of stuff going on. Firstly, it's Pittsburgh Mega City just this weekend. It's going to be streamed on Steel City Grid on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. It'll be this weekend. I'll put the link in the description. I'm going to be casting. This is why I told I'd bring up Axu, but Axu and I are casting the first rounds on both Saturday and Sunday. So super excited to join as part of the remote team. But yeah, Steel City Grid, that's up. If you want to watch more Netrunner on the weekend, also definitely need a shout out to there's an America's Mega City going on. That will be streamed on Null Signal Game stuff on Twitch and YouTube, but that's going on at the same time. So this whole weekend, there's so much stuff to watch. I'll be doing some casting at the Pittsburgh in the morning though. So check that out. That'll be Saturday and Sunday. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I'll have the link in the description if you're not there. Okay, that looks like a Vladisibirsk City Grid or a Spin Doctor. Now you're playing Sable, so I mean, I know, but I don't have my Chesva. It feels bad. So we have to trash this. Okay, R&D is the mark, which is fine. We really want a Chesva. I can't believe we haven't found a class act yet. We've drawn through more than half of our deck. I guess we coupulation this. They didn't flip, so I do think we just run this. I think taking the turn off the cup, the petty there for transfer of HQ was better. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, we don't have to run centrals, so I don't think we will. I do think we want to take this down. I'm assuming we have to pay 4 for this. If this is a behold, I guess they get us. If it's a spin doctor, it's fine, but I think we'd have to trash it for Vladisibirsk. The fuck? That's scary. Why did... Are we getting oppoed? What the heck was that about? They're on king making, so we can just lose out of nowhere if we don't run. Wait, we just lose. No, we just lose to nano management. Oh, they're not flipped. Okay, if they're flipped, we just lose to nano management. Take a credit? Yeah, for sure. But like, I guess if they oppo us there, it's all their money. Man, it's also so annoying. They can nano management out of 4-3 from hand. Oh my god, Nebula. Asking so much out of the runner while offering so little. He played petty cash? They took one out of the game. Oh, that's huge. I thought they added one. No, they took one out. Blood, I guess, but like, we're not running HQ that easily. This is boosts for 4, we boost for 1. Yeah, this is a fair bit better. Now they flipped. Okay. When I played DI at them flipped and they doubled nanoed out of king making 4-3. Yeah, I know, but they can still do it. Nano king making is 8, not 7. Yeah, let alone they weren't flipped. I was thinking that they would get the 1 credit after they play it, but you get it at the end of the turn, let alone they're not flipped. R&D is the mark. I think we just Carpe Diem. They have it in hand. They must if they put that on the table. I guess we do cupulation Carpe, right? Nobody's going to be happy with this cupulation. Look at me. I'd actually like Awaken Plant in this matchup. Yeah, I know. We definitely want a coffee. They shuffled one into our deck, which is pretty wild. A coffee would be so good here. This could be the bad pub. We would love the bad pub. If they're on piranhas, they're usually on 3 ping as well. No further. Oh, don't mind if I do. We also have to touch more cards. They have a higher agendas because they're running 1-pointers, but was this cheaper to break? Yeah, F it, let's break. All right, we've done our due diligence, our duty. Our duty has been resolved. We will draw. We will draw again. We will draw past that useless card. Yeah, I don't got much to do here. That boomerang's not that good against Empot. It's actually the same. Yeah, it's totally the same. I don't think there's any cards that say punish you if you've used an icebreaker. That's the only thing that we'd have to watch out for. Planogram for credits. Be a shame if we ran centrals. They power drew. Okay, so we probably want to send it HQ. How bad? Oh, that's good. It's a mark. How bad is the transfer? This is 5-6. So we spend 6. Imagine we didn't float the ping tag and we were getting off the what's it called? I'm glad they trashed the info on the Mystic. It was totally the right call. But oh my god, that would have been bad for us. So we don't see any click gainers, but they're on touch-ups and business as usual. So we'll try and steal something here. And pot is 4? Why did I think it was 5? I think I got it wrong last time, and so I just added 1 to be safe. Bravado archives to cup. I think we're going to cup on HQ. Yeah, that might be fine. Bravado run archives first. Again, cup's just a bad card. Sorry. Just a little game I got going on. Just using cup wrong. Just using it wrong. We'll win off this one, right? Sable. Okay, do I care about this? I don't think so. If they put it on the table, it's annoying. Chat, do you cup this? Like, I don't want to deal with it. They install it for 5 credits, though. That's a lot of money. But I don't think we care. I'd rather cup a fast advance piece, like a nano, like they're definitely on nano management. I think we don't cup this. Chat, please don't let me hang out in the space. I think I wouldn't. Okay, good enough for me. I don't want it. Oh, hold on. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, something very loud fell in the kitchen. All right, it's fine. Thank you. Sorry about that. We left out this jar with cat treats on it, and apparently Nana wants her dinner, and I'm the only one home. So yeah, it's fine. Everything's okay. No one's hurt. I think we just draw here, remove a tag, throw out the Hermes. We could bravado bounce. I don't have a lot of value. We actually probably could float the tag, but let's just not. Nana strikes again. Yeah, I think she's a bit hungry. Normally she gets food around this time, and Maddie's usually feeding. So we'll probably give her a little food after this game, and then probably play another game. I think you only cup FTP if you're running back this turn. Yeah, first, how's it going? I do agree. I like that. But I think we're going to just like try and run archives at some point. I don't think they're going to hide a petty cache. They might have hidden an agenda. They're hard to read what they're up to. Oh shit, they're just nano managing? Okay, that's going to be expensive, but I don't think they win. So they're just getting the last embedded. Oh, they did superconducting. So now, well, we got a lot of work to do. Okay, get us an R&D mark, and we win this turn. Archives mark. That's actually fine. I think we can run archives. Yo, Cody, how's it going? How was OTG? On 3 credits, I don't think we're stressed. I think we run archives. We'll bravado R&D. We'll just see a lot of cards. Why are we doing this run? I don't think they can res. If they res, it's bad for them. And we can go cup something, but I think we'll cup R&D. It's also clickless. There's just no shot they res. Doomscroll remastered. Yeah, agendas in the bin. They were putting agendas on the table, so I'm not sure what was going on. A good game. Yeah, I think they're playing Sokka's version, maybe, which is the nano management one they can score out. But it seems like they're getting really uncomfortable if they're scoring this out. The deck only has 1 more 3-2 in it. So the nano management, if they need to have 2 of them and have more money, and then they can score out the 4-3 to close the game out. But here they're trying to win off of a nano management, but they do need credits as much as they don't need to be flipped. All right, I'm going to feed Nana really quickly and I'll be back. Okay. Give me just like maybe a minute and a half. Be right back. OTG was great. Travel Netrunner is best Netrunner. Time for some words on stream. No joke. There's like 50% of the time Nanako does not eat food unless I pick her up, put her down right in front of her food and say bon appetit. I'm not even joking. It's like half the time she's like, And then when I put her right in front of it, she's like, yeah, I guess that's food. It's like fine cat food. It's really good cat food, in fact. Wait a second. I take insult to that. Beans. How's the beanstalk? I haven't been checking in a long time. By the way, Andrej, can I DM you sometime this weekend? Want to bounce some ideas on replay streaming off of you? Yeah, totally. Hit me up. I'm going to be doing some casting in like the mornings, but that won't be an issue. Send me a message, Jai, for sure. If you also need any like help or advice with like streaming setup, tech stuff, you know where to find me. All right. I haven't played against RH in the new elevation. I'm assuming this is mid-range Glacier. That is something that can outscale us. Hey, we only have so many revolver bullets. They mulled again. Okay, so our hand, we have Class Act, we have Debbie. We could just do like a simple setup turn. We can get clean at getaway on our mark. We have to be worried about damage cards. I'm assuming they're on Fuji. Some of the big code gates are really rough. Thanks, you too. Going well. Oh, 49 cards. Good shout too. Yeah, they're on 49, so they're on 2021, which is not exactly what they need to be doing, but I don't know if that gives me a read on what the deck they're playing. Like, it could be Sisyphus, and if it's Sisyphus, give me my Game Dragon. I'll keep this hand. I like this. All right, RH says that they want to get a card in archives. Luckily, that gives us some incentive to run archives. And at the end of their turn, if there's a card there, they get a credit. So they can play Hansei. Are there any new good cards that discard cards? If you have any feedback on this deck, let me know. I'm trying to make RH. Oh, super cool. All right, so far they can only ice up one thing. It has to be HQ, right? Okay, so my advice is you gotta ice up a dance transfer. Unfortunately, we don't have it. So R&D is the mark. This reads like a Spin Doctor. They don't have a card in archives. I just don't want to make a huge mistake and lose horribly to Sting or whatever modern Sting is called. I think we'll just do Debbie clean getaway R&D. Gets the money first. See a Sisyphus. Hedge fund. Okay. The safe plays play Class Act, but then we'd lose it to Bite. So I guess we run server 1 and assume it's not damage. If it's a Spin Doctor, do I really want to chase it out? I just have no idea what this is. Someone doesn't like us. We haven't drawn, so this is fine. We can probably bounce back. All right, Shibboleth. Okay, Pinhole, fine. Carpe, fine. Couple H. So easy. Beanstalks continue to grow up into space. By the way, I dedicate season 1 to you, named Beans. Oh, thank you. I don't know what this is, but they're definitely trying to hurt us. So we all are like technically better to use Debbie. Oh my God, you're right. 100% better to use Debbie. We'd really like the credit here. They're clearly trying to hurt us. And that is rough. We could do Info Bounty, Carpe. No, we don't have the credits. I think we actually just do credit, Info Bounty, Carpe. I don't think we care what this is. Ever seen such a fast cup bottom? It's like, what do you want me to do with the cup? I think we do Info Bounty, Carpe. I don't think we care what this is. Bring a mop to the blood splatter. It looks like it's going to be that way, bloody mop. One of us is going to be bloody by the end of this. We could draw with Class Act. I don't have any. Oh, we have Shibboleth. I guess I want to do Info Bounty, Carpe. Carpe Diem. It's a bit ugly. Will we make the run? No. And then if we lose the Shibboleth to damage, we're not too upset here. I guess we don't die. Yeah, not having the credits for Carpe, it was actually a really bad punish for not Debbieing. I always talk about our opponents for getting to Debbie, and like, here's the guy over here. Okay, just a spin, fine. It's a free click. Oh my God, fuck. Oh my God, we didn't make the run. Not only was it clickless, it was +2 credits. Oh God, that was so bad. Shut up. Whatever, I lost track at some point there. That was so bad. That was awful. I was trying to be clever. No, I don't touch your cards. You gotta risk. No, fuck. We lost 3 credits that turn too. RH is flipped. Okay, so if we run it, we can die to a bunch of stuff. So let's drop. Okay. R&D's the mark. We'll not run that. Tilting by seeing the compilation. Okay, hold on. We can do this. Running archives is important, but I'm assuming they're going to try and kill this between these two. Holy shit, that must have looked terrible to see. He's learning. Seamless. Oh. This is going to be a Cerebral Overrider deck for sure. Pokemon Answer Player of the Year. We've seen some good games this year. Imagine we had more credits here. I'm going to debut the Spin Doctor and see what happens. Like, I think this is going to be a trap deck, so I don't know what feedback we're going to give them besides play different traps. Or more traps, or less traps. This will tell us something about what's in the bin. Okay, so there's still one unknown face down. They get Seamless of Vulnerability. This has Vulnerability and energy. I think we just draw one to get the Nuka down. Nuka's really good in the matchup. They shuffled. That's kind of important. Debbie works with twinning well. Okay, we'll get that down. This seems good in a matchup that wants to hurt us. Making the game seem more approachable by noobs like me, totally scripted. I mean, I feel like anybody who would run archives there because they played their cards to say run archives, but okay, they power drew there, so they're really excited about this card. This was not anywhere near as bad as the legendary KPI. That KPI was really bad. That was, I still think, the worst click. Okay, we have to run archives. I think we're just gonna draw up and run archives. Our R&D is the mark. Transfer seems less good here. I think we'll just clean getaway. It's easier to play. We could take a whole bunch of damage here. Maybe losing the twinning is important. Yeah, okay. It's impossible to read what this is. We should just play super cautious. We know they're on Seamless, so I kind of want to check server 4. The only card in our hand that really matters is twinning. But this is not going anywhere. So once they start advancing, it does. But this is just going to be bites and stuff. Reaper, okay. Sick Debbie. Have we run R&D yet? No, I ran archives. We haven't run R&D. Yeah, it's fine. I almost did it again. I guess we just get the twinning down. We could have done that in a different order. Yeah. I thought our mark was archives. I was so excited, happy to run archives, but I just wanted them to flip. So I'm assuming this also will be a measured response deck. We haven't found our killer yet. They're definitely flooded. They're power drawing. This is a trap, I would assume. Archives with the mark, that's good. Revolver, super useful. So let's do that. So, do we want to play our second class act? I don't honestly know if we want to. The only thing where we take damage off of now is Anemome's text and Botu's. Maybe we do. Yeah, we'll get the free Arcos run for sure. I think I've learned my lesson. But the class act is like, it's not that it's expensive. I want to keep this in a turn that we're actually checking things. I guess now we could do it. 3 minutes behind us, saw chat blow up over a terrible turn. Just saw it, did not disappoint. Oh god, he did something bad. I'm okay here to click for credit. I guess we need to find our breakers. We haven't drawn that much. Yeah, we'll install a class act. That's fine. All right. So we actually have to install both of these breakers, funny enough. We really do. We know there's a Tattoo Bola on the table. They're power drawing, so they definitely should be drawing first. One of these is going to be a trap. I think I'd be more upset if I lose the Carmen. R&D's the mark. This could be a tattoo, so I don't want to clean getaway. I guess we'll Bravado R&D. It might have been fine just a Debbie R&D, I don't know. I'm just trying to make a run to get the Carmen down. Yeah, we can probably Bravado R&D, I believe. Okay, that is why we play Unity. So that's at least a bunch of their money. So we don't want to take the damage. We don't want to lose the credits. So we'll definitely match. So what are we breaking? I don't want them to draw. We'll just break all of this. We're making a lot of money back. Hansei, okay. So that's that. So I want to get the Carmen down so that we're not dependent on Revolver. I guess we can check one of these. We know they're on Seamless. We're going to end up taking a bite, so we'll clear the tag if it's bad. Oh, we should Debbie this. Oh, it's all good. Never mind. Didn't get punished. So Spin Doctor just getting used. Definitely should have Debbied there, especially with twinning on the table. So now if we run last click, it's a bit risky. If they Seamless, I don't know what we die to do. So I think we just take it easy and drop the Unity. What's the worst case scenario? Is like double Reaper? Doesn't seem that bad. So just get this down so that in the late game we break Vampire Nasa for a fair bit cheaper. They have to be flooded. Like they have managed one face down agenda. They shuffled Hansei away. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, they drew Hansei. So they didn't shuffle it. Still no fractor? Yeah, this is why we play mutual favor in 2 fractors. Yeah, there's the Hansei. HQ's the mark. Okay, don't want to run there. One of these is a tattoo. Fencer's probably not the worst. Where's our Hermes? I guess we do nothing? Do we install Fencer? I can't believe we haven't charged the twinning. Probably not right to install Fencer. Probably is better for a hit point. I can't tell what their deck is doing. It doesn't seem to be doing a lot right now, but we're going to die to some combo we can't see coming. Running Archives actually there was pretty good because it flips it up. And I do think they need a bit of credits. I'm assuming that all their ice is like very expensive, if not tattoo. I'm just worried about like vulnerability on it. They're just going to start advancing things. Yeah, they're power drawing. You generally want to install and then draw after. Sorry, draw first, then install. Because this could be better than that card. That's like one of the easiest things you can do to clean your gameplay up is like, think your turn. Think through your turn. Baya Archives next turn is 20 counter with Fencer's nice. I just don't have much to do with this Baya. Like it's click compression, but not for a good reason. What does this cost to bring this 5? Okay, never mind. Okay, there you go. That's fine. So I guess we can buy Archives now. See if there's any garbage in there. They have to spin Doctor first. If received a tip off, Iron Fox is aware you're streaming. I recommend ending the stream. I mean, it's 11:40. It can't be that much longer. Draw 2. Okay, so it's Mystic or Hermes. Our money's not great. We get the Hermes for free though. And they don't see it coming, which is cute. Yeah, that makes sense. Sting. Okay, so we can blow up their board. So we take a damage. So we have to watch out for all these triggers. So I'm going to add this to hand. Sting. Okay. I'm going to add ice to hand, I think. And then we'll just draw for the rest of the turn. Yeah, Hermes jump scare there. I don't think that was actually a legit Hermes jump scare. That's really funny. So now they have a Sting if they fast advance it out. Like we just take a bunch of damage out of nowhere. So a stone chip on the table would be pretty good. Hermes jump scare. We can get Mystic down. I just don't want to die to some weird thing I can't see coming, so we'll just drop. Okay, we have that. Radish games are going good. We got to play like just like no nonsense decks. We're playing a good stuff. Sable we cobbled together real quick. It's been fun. How you doing? Yup. If a Sting goes through, we take like what, 4 damage. So like we just have to start running the table at some point. This seems like it would be a better Oko deck. Okay, we need to get the Courier down guaranteed before we lose it. We have another one. We're gonna get the 5-breaker Crim Ring down. Yeah, I know, and not have coffee room. 3 for Sting score. You still in PE math? Shit. What's X? Yeah, so like double Reaper Sting, we die. We have 2 stone chips in the list. One's on the bottom, but we haven't shuffled. We're just gonna run out of cards. Hope they don't have it. So we can do, I don't think we do the Sure Gamble here. Oh, I think we do. I think we do Sure Gamble, Courier, draw. It allows us to charge the twinning, which is nice. Oh, never mind, because we're not installing the Nuka. Fencer's trash. I don't like the Fencer. I don't think we pay 1 for it. Maybe we do, but I feel like with Baya, we're doing so much better. Okay, Cohort's scary. There's a fun archive, so P math is right. Oh yeah, it's true. They can just like crack res 1. Just got back from a local meetup. Got my Lu and Thule sorted for PGH Mega Season, my Eternal decks too. Yeah, I was gonna ask if you're playing. I'm assuming you are. Hell yeah. What's your read there? I don't know what the local meta looks like. Okay, the board state hasn't changed. Wait, they didn't fire Cohort? They just rezzed it? They didn't fire it, right? You're gonna miss the Fencer soon? I mean, yeah, but that's what Debbie's for. There's the FUT. Okay, so we just pinhole FUT. Especially because we have an Archives mark. We can draw once for Chesva and just throw out the Shibboleth. Sick. This fires all our triggers. Yeah, where's our money? It's bad. Oh god, we should have got Mystic down a long time ago. We've been sitting with this Mystic in it. We played 3 sure gambles, we played getaways and carpets. Actually, I don't think the Mystic is worth it anymore. Yeah, if we paid 1, we would have got... Wait, we missed Info Bounty? Oh. So it was worth it just to run it? It doesn't fire Info Bounty? Why? The first time you run on your mark ends. Why would it... Oh, if you breach that server. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we missed the Info Bounty. Okay, that's not good. That's good to know. I didn't know that worked like that. Because the run ends and we didn't breach that server. We breached this server. Or we didn't actually breach. It's a breach replacement. Yeah, info needs a breach. Okay, that's good to know. We can install this to charge the twinning, but we don't need to. So I'm just going to click for 2. Just keep hand size up. We'll probably open market with only 1 credit next turn, just so that we can keep the twinning charging. Can you run archives and still trigger? No, because we've already made our first successful run on our mark. It eats the trigger. I think disproportionately high shaper probably. Not sure runner side, but been brewing glue for a bit. I'm quite happy with it. For Eternal, playing Jai Scorpios, adding green mail. Oh, there's Eternal side tournament. Very cool. I don't think that's going to be streamed. Yeah, I do think Shaper is like probably the best deck right now. I just think the play pattern's a bit boring, but I think people are realizing it. Yeah, it was our first run, so we can't make another first successful run. 9 fin lies. What happened? Oh, draw wage workers. Okay. So they're not firing cohort for some reason. They're just threatening us with the children. R&D is the mark, but running through ice doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, maybe we should have paid for the Fueno. Actually, is this better as a clean getaway? Sorry. Yeah, I think it is. It's the first run that breached? No, but it's the first time you turn to run on your mark ends. That's the clause, right? I mean, this gets value over mark. I don't know. I think running archives is probably worth it. They're going to regenesis something. So if we run archives, what's the most damage we can take? A lot. So I think we do nuke a draw run archives. They have to be flooded. They installed this card. The compression on drawing has been rough. Give me a DreamNet. I'll respect Regenesis. So what's the worst damage we can take? I guess they could have 2 Reapers on the table. Yeah, we'll hope. Wow, Moonpool, Hansei, Seamless. Their hand has to be really, really bad. We haven't twinninged. If we do Nuka draw, we overdraw. So I think we just draw once. Oh, sick. Then I think we just install the open market, charging the twinning. It's going to empty next turn, so it doesn't matter what we do with it. Also, no face down cards means they can't do cohort shenanigans, but I haven't seen any traps, so I can't read what their deck is doing. I'm just waiting for the deck out. That's why they play 49 as opposed to 44. But they have to be hella flooded. Like, how many agendas? And they keep power drawing, right? I just worry that their hand is going to be max grinder, like bite, anemone, and enemy. Okay, so here we have to run the cohort, I think. I don't think there's any agenda they score out we're upset about, unless it's the last sting. Actually, we're upset about that. R&D is the mark. We could see 3 on R&D. I think it's a bit risky. Second Chess is really good. Stone Ship's how we don't lose, but all these other cards are money. Second Chess is really good, because now we can start to run R&D. And running R&D is good. I feel like the class act, because we only have like 2 shuffle cards in our deck, feels so much more important than if you play 2 boomerangs. But like, again, how many of these board states would I boomerang things? I don't think I would. If no MU, we don't need both Revolver and Carmen. We'll just get rid of one of them. We don't need 2 killers, right? I'm assuming we'd get rid of the Revolver, unfortunately. Last thing is 3 or 4 if there's a FUD. Yeah, I have to watch out for that. Let's say that's enough money. Sorry, Revolver. I'm not going to mass a multi-axis. We're just get the click back. We'll see 2 cards. We won't take massive risks here. We could still die out of nowhere, but like, I'm tired of sitting back here. Oops. So this is technically credit positive. It's more because it's also click positive. We'll just see one extra card. Ooh, that's not good. What do we lose? Mystic Stone Chip? Okay, so I guess we just draw. I don't think we could draw. I think 4 cards is enough. But now we're on game point, so we don't have to worry about the text on Fuji. Cupulation. Could have debied? Fuck! Yeah, you're right. I thought we played a run of it. Yeah, we could have debied. Yeah, whatever. Now I get it. I've been on the other side of the table. This should just be a companion. Debbie should be a companion. You should just be able to use her credits. Okay, they have to get desperate here, right? That'd be so hard to remember. I mean, it's down here. It's been on the table since turn 1. Could it card bait too? I wanted to keep cards in hand. That was definitely a decision. Debbie was not a decision. Debbie, you definitely should be doing. You can option jnet supersize a card. Yeah, can we just get like a commander size card here or something? All right, so one of these is going to matter. We can turn off Cohort. We can turn off Genesis. We can turn off Moonpool. I think if Howler scores a point, we don't care. So my priority here is to run Archives. I'm just worried about an enemy cheese. That's going to get us sooner than later. I don't think we need a master out with Nuka. I think we'll just start by running Archives and see what happens. That's why I call her downtown. Yeah, Debbie, forget about her downtown. If we run another Seamless, like what is the hand? We probably should just run HQ and get Brave. Yeah, I think you should run HQ. I think we do Nuka, run HQ. It's the mark. Why not? I don't think we need the Class Act. We'll see all the cards here. We died at like 17 bytes. Show me a 3 in enemies. And then we have to run Archives again, which sucks. Sorry. Made a mistake real quick. I know, chat. Chat, I know. They rezzed. This is strictly better. Whatever. Yeah, I got there. It's a tattoo bowl. It's okay. No, but for real. Definitely having 6 credits on this at the end of the game feels really silly. If only it was a Mystic Miami, then we'd have less mental overhead. I guess we use the Chesva first anyways. That's kind of weird. You always jack out of an enemy? Yeah, I know. But we won't. We have extra cards, and we want to get the click back. Yeah, that tattoo's pretty good. We didn't have a Fractor for a long time. How many bytes do you think, chat? An enemy, it begins. Lost our cupulation, thank God. Davies only for random recurrings, yeah. I'm gonna see everything. Okay, good game. Good game. Yeah, they were throwing out. They were not comfortable putting things on the table. Good game. That was only 13 turns, but yeah, the hand was probably. It was only agendas. Yeah, I could have told. I reckon. Throwing out your Seamlesses. You didn't want to put them on the table. You want to see. You have information. You think I'm gonna see? Oh, that's enough. I've only seen 1 card. I paid for 3 accesses. I'm gonna see 3 cards. I think like I was scared. I was scared you were on advanceable traps. So I think if you just install double advance, I might not even run it. I don't know how, honestly, still pretty new to the game. Yeah. This archetype is really hard to play as a newer player unless you're like straight playing Mitosis. Because if you're straight playing Mitosis, you have threat. Whereas like, oh, it's a double advance card. That could be awful. This seems genuinely pretty honest. Like, but barring the Reaper functions and the FUTs, it's just like, oh, okay, it's just agendas. Then Hermes game loss SMH. Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, Laura, you're right. And we wouldn't have accessed those. That is straight game loss territory. Yeah, I think that's definitely what I fear. I've got an Urtica and a bite here. Never even sniffed around. Yeah. When you're on 0 points, I'm not too stressed to run everything. So the quicker you start jamming and or advancing traps, the harder it is for me. That's a really big thing also with traps, is like traps compound. Like if they do install advanced and we don't run it, and then he does install advanced, we don't run that one. Now it gets a bit harder because one of them could be a clearinghouse, one of them could be a Fuji into, I don't know, something else, into a Neurospike, and then you start to have to run them. So like one of the best things you can do is actually continue to advance and put more things on the table. Yeah, this is illegal. We shouldn't have seen everything. We had to add ice back to hand and stuff like that. Hermes counter though? I know. We well, Hermes counters it for sure, and that's gonna be hard, but like it gets the agendas out of hand. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tricky archetype. It's tricky for sure. I think your deck would probably be run smoother out of Alco, but there's a bunch more head space taken up by that ability. Like RH is gonna run simpler, but like this seems like an Alco list for sure. Just trying to figure out something that isn't. Yeah, it's hard when most of your cards say do 1 damage. Yeah, Alco is just gonna be probably better than a lot of cases. Yeah, I think it's better to put on the board. Hey, floating. That has me wondering, what would be the largest multi-X's you could do in a single run? Good question. So you probably do a finality run, and then you duck Wake into twinning. So that's probably it. I don't think there's any other multi-X's you can attach to that. Oh no, you can have Devadatta drones. So I think Wake. So okay, hold on. If I think. So finality is 4. You can add 2 to the twinning, 5, 6. You can add how many with Wake? 3? 7, 8, 9. Then you can add 3 Devadatta drones, 10, 11, 12, and you'd be Mercury 13. Oh, Pretty Mary 14? Maybe 14. Yeah, it'd be twinning, finality, Devadatta, Mercury, Wake as well. I mean, the card is good. You don't have to be ashamed about that. But yeah. If it's not the vibe. Casuals. So be it. I think there is some legit RH mid-range Glacier decks. Oh, Climactic? Oh yeah, shit, you're right. Climactic attaches to any RD or HQ run. Manuel? Okay, wait. I think Chad is piecing it together. Moose Safecracker 2? Yeah, that's not a breach replacement. Oh my god. Okay, Conduit. Whatever Jack made. That's not the point. Conduit can see every card. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Are there must be shells on Netrunner DB, but you got good ice. You have good defensive upgrades. Good agenda suite. Seems legit. And you can play 44, by the way. And 2 of 1. So Kevin, how you doing? Rip counter surveillance, 18 card dig, draw 18 cards with Obelisk. Yeah, that comes in time. Thanks for the game, eh? There's no window to flicker drones? No, because it's a breach. So once you're breaching, there's no other ability there. You choose. All right, it's 11:54. That's probably going to be it. Thanks for hanging out. It was my birthday, so it was a nice way to spend it, that's for sure. But we'll be back on Saturday in the morning. Again, there's some good streams going on. Firstly, there is the America's Continentals. America Mega Cities. There's an America Time Zone Mega Cities that Null Signal Games is putting on. If you're anywhere in the world, you can get involved in that. I think you can enter as many as you can. I don't think you can only enter 1 this year. So I know a lot of people are going to be playing at that. On a more local level to other people, there is the Pittsburgh Mega Cities, if I'm not mistaken, which I'll be doing some commentary from remotely in the morning. So I'll put this link in the description. Happy birthday. Thank you. I did not know. Oh, happy birthday. Of course. Yeah. Happy birthday a week after mine. Easy to remember. Hey, Jessica. Happy belated. Happy Metropole Day. Thank you. It's Pat's birthday on Sunday. So if you hear from him or see him, do wish him well. I know he's feeling a bit under the weather. And that is mostly it. We'll be doing some streaming tomorrow, doing some Marvel Champions if you want to drop by. Do you know that Pincel's birthday is tomorrow, 13th of June? Oh, get out. That's probably already his birthday in Pincel land. Happy birthday, Pincel. Shout out to all these names here and more that help support the Metropole Grid so we can do stuff like this. We can do live streams, video stuff, commentary, all this sort of stuff takes time. It takes money. And all these names and our daily cast patrons allow this stuff to happen. So thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, you can find a link in the description. Any amount of contribution is incredibly appreciated. And unfinancially, if you just want to take a second to leave a like on the video, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, that stuff actually helps a heck of a lot as well. And that's super easy and is incredibly appreciated. Again, we'll be back on the weekend doing some casting across the whole weekend. Otherwise, we'll be back on Tuesday. I've just been in a bad spot. My health hasn't been great, so we've been kind of struggling to do recording, but we're going to get some gameplay up on just some jnet stuff. I think I need to do shorter, more approachable videos, and then we have to get back to like deck building 102 and stuff like that. So that has to come back. It's been bad. It's been bad. Happy birthday and GG's. Thank you, Floating. But otherwise, this weekend is going to be a lot of Netrunner stuff. And we're working on Continentals. Oh, I'm really excited to be able to show this. I'm not going to be showing it tonight, but we got our first final art we've commissioned for Continentals. We're commissioning 3 alt arts for America's Continentals at the end of August if you want to drop by. One of the artists I don't know. They're a local artist who hasn't done any Netrunner art, but then 2 of the other artists are like total goats. And we got one of the goat arts back in, and it's like really, really great and super excited how it's shaked out. So we'll be able to show all that sort of stuff soon. If you want to pick up your tickets, please pick them up now. The link is always in the description, and the ticket is a bit cheaper, and you get a nice little bonus if you grab it before the end of June. Thanks for everything you do. Thank you, Bloody Mud, for hanging out. And with that, we'll be back on the weekend again. Steel City Grid. We'll see you there, and take care of yourselves.